We ain't gonna wait that long, bro. We ain't gonna wait that long, man. It's your man Eaglechamp1, bro. It's your man Eaglechamp1, bro. Hopefully y'all can hear me. We ain't gonna wait that long, man. Listen, we're not gonna wait that long, bro. We're not gonna wait that long. I don't see why I should wait. You know what I'm saying? Boyz4life. You out here making videos about Eaglechamp1. It's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that for a living. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll say this, bro. People thought I was saying, hopefully, make sure my volume is good. I'm saying, because I want to be very, very clear what. You know, let's see. Yeah, thought I was joking when I said that Dak. They think that Dak, a game manager, is bad. And Boyz4life, you out here trolling, making videos about me. It's cool. I see you. You know what I'm saying? The problem is I don't care. Here's the thing about Boyz4life, man. Boyz4life called me at the wrong time with Bobby Murphy. Bobby Murphy wanted him on the channel. Okay. And he thinks that he's going to destroy me on Saturday. We don't gotta wait, bro. Bring your ass on this link and let's get it popping. Cause I got no time for drama, bro. I got no time for it. I'm not feeling well. I'm kind of sick. I had work. So what you want? Because the Dallas Cowboys, I never said Dak is a bad quarterback. I said he needs everything around him. Dak Prescott needs everything around him. Does Dak Prescott make his receivers better, or does Amari Cooper make Dak better? Last time I checked, when Amari Cooper was out, Dak Prescott struggled to get offense going. So is he not game manager? If he's not game manager, and game managers are not bad. Game managers are championship quarterbacks too. But he's not good enough to win a championship. And that's my problem with y'all Cowboy fans, man. Y'all listen to the media too much, man. I don't think Jalen Hurts is good enough to win a championship. I'm not biased what I say. When I say something, I say it and I meant it. Dak Prescott versus the Washington football team. I got 301 Cowboy talking about, oh, you said he wasn't good. You show me good plays. Now show me the other half where he's missing receivers wide open. Did I say Dak was horrible? Did I say he was a bad quarterback? No. He's good to win you games when everything's around him, but he's not a franchise quarterback. He is a game manager, and there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all need to stop saying what I didn't say. You got all these little goofy ass Eagle fans who say, "Oh, I embarrassed the fan base." Well, then guess what? Good, I embarrassed the fan. The fan base has already been embarrassed, man. Most of y'all are jokes. You know what I'm saying? You won't link up with me because I know I'll hurt your little feelings. So, Boyz4life, get your ass on here, man. Be hiding, send him the link, bro. Because I'm tired of Cowboy fans running their mouth, especially you, man. Last time it was middle of the night, but I got all day to fuck do this today. You talking Batman? I keep mentioning my name. I got all day today. We were gonna do it Saturday, but today we can start today. Bring your ass on here, and I'm dead serious. I don't need Bobby Murphy to hurt your little feelings. Boyz4life, bring your ass on here. I'm serious. Where are you? You're not gonna run Eaglechamp1 into the ground. That's not gonna happen, bro. You know how I roll and you know how I rock. I've been doing this for a long time. You've been making videos since I was a little kid, bro. Since I started Ryan 45 Kimball, you always made videos about me. So what? Another video you're gonna make another video you're gonna make about me? Is that gonna change your input? Some people hate me. It's cool. I got news for them. I don't give a damn. I'm not here to be liked. If I want to be a popular Eagle fan, I would kiss the Cowboy fans' ass. I would kiss Dak Prescott's ass. I would sit there and tell you something that's not true. I don't do that shit. So take your ass, hit the unsubscribe button, and get the hell out of here if you don't like what I have to say. Or you control and sit in the comments, laugh. I don't give a damn. Because what I say, I say. I'm not switching up. I'm not deleting it out. I'm not running away. You want that? Come get some. I got all day today. I'm not going to scream, yell. I'm not doing all that stuff. Dak Prescott is a game manager. And it's nothing wrong with that. Game managers need everything around you. And when you saw Zeke Elliott not being in the game, in 2017, for example, quarterbacks don't need running backs, two top running backs. Dak needs Pollard. He needs a running game. His offense line goes off, goes on IR. He's not the same. Receivers are not producing. What the Cowboy fans say? He has no receivers. They need a defense. Well, that's a game manager when you need everything around your quarterback. That's not a bad thing. Because Jalen Hurts right now is a game manager. And I'm not saying he's better than Jalen Hurts. But would I take what I said last week? I was trolling y'all. Y'all told me stats mattered. So if stats mattered, why you bitching and complaining when I said Kirk Cousins stats are better than Dak? I never said Dak was better. I know Kirk Cousins not better than Dak. I wanted to see how you reacted because y'all are so eager to get upset. And instead of looking back and saying, damn, is he being sarcastic? Y'all ran with it. If I said Dak Prescott was better than, if I said Kirk Cousins was better than Dak, I was trolling y'all. Yeah, like Boyz4life does every Sunday, he trolls y'all. No Cowboy fan watches his channel. Only the clowns do. Worry about so much of what the Eagles do. You made so many you go back, I go back and watch your history of me. You make so many videos about me, I can't even count. It's cool. I didn't run away from it. And I've been embarrassed for many times. It's not my first time you try to embarrass me, but you're not embarrassing me tonight, bro. I'm telling you right now, you better come with facts today, my man. So get your ass on here, get on this channel, or sit the fuck down. You sit there and you complain you can't do it on your channel. Why? Why? You need Burger, so you want to mute off Burger and 31's channel because you can't, all you gotta do is log into your account. Since you want to do that way, we're doing on my channel, and I'll let you talk. I'm not putting Bobby Murphy on here. I'm not. It's between me and Boyz4life today. You want to go, bro? Let's go. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm just going to give you lessons right now. If you think you're going to come on here and embarrass me, come on, try it. I'm serious, Boyz4life. Get your corny ass on here. And I'm not Bobby Murphy. One thing about me is you know how I rock. You know I'm going to respond to you. So that's cool. You made a video about me. You made a 3-hour video about Eaglechamp1 why he's a fraud. First of all, I'm not a fraud. Anybody knows me. I've been here since before the Super Bowl. My channel and Brian 45 Kimball, I literally have a watching the Eagles win a Super Bowl. So that's baloney and bullshit, and you know it. You just don't agree with everything I say. And a lot of Eagle fans don't agree with everything I say. That don't make me a fraud. I never bandwagon. I never changed colors. I never disrespected my team. I'm wearing green right now on my hat. When I go to work, I always wear green under me. You'll never see me wear no fucking Cowboys hat. You'll never see me wear no Giants hat. I got crucified, probably why I got flagged on Twitter for going after one kid who everybody keeps on saying he's what is it, Giovanni? First of all, Giovanni, the kid, listen, man, the kid is a fraud. You want to talk about fraud? That's a fraud. He's literally moving to Indianapolis. When did you ever see me say I'm going to move to Indianapolis because I'm a Carson Wentz fanboy? Not me. But y'all support him. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, it's not because of his disability. I have a disability, but I don't use it against me. I don't use that as an excuse. He's old enough to learn what to do and what's not to do. And his parents allow it. If I said I'm going to move to Indianapolis to be with Carson Wentz, what would you say? You would have called me a fraud. Rock with this team 24/7. You Eagle fans, all you content creators that make videos, man, cool. It's not the first time, and it's not the last time. I don't have the busy numbers. I get it. I'm not a bigger channel. I don't have a bigger platform. But I speak my mind when I have to, and I'll say the fuck I want. Boyz4life, get your corny ass the fuck on here. I'm serious. I gave you the link. Where you hiding? Send him the link. I'm serious. Or you not man enough. Oh, you want to do it on your time? Nah, we ain't doing it on your time. Get your ass on here. You can do it today. Let's do it today. Let's do it today. Do it today, man. Dak Prescott's a game manager. He needs everything around him. And yes, Dak, with his stats, is a game manager. When did you ever see Dak win without Ezekiel? When did you ever see Dak win without his 3 number 1 receivers? You can't tell me because it's not possible. He needs everything around him. And it's not bad. There's quarterbacks that need everything around him. He hasn't developed that clutch yet. Don't give me that stats. Stats are for nerds. What has Dak done? When you look at the Raiders game, the Raiders game was a perfect example. He had a chance to win it and he failed. Call me, bro. Hold on. Why are you calling me, bro? You know I'm live, man. Every quarterback needs weapons full. Well, then stop saying he's the franchise. No, not every. Look at Aaron Rodgers, man. You put Dak on the Cowboys team. I mean the Packers team. He's not winning you championships. Ray, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're another genius. Aaron Rodgers made it. Devontae Smith and Devontae. Devontae was even the number one. He was a number two. Brendan Cunningham, Brendan Cobb. Look what he did with Deshaun Watson, and look what he's done with Aaron Rodgers. Look at the difference. So no, that's not exactly true. It's not exactly true. You have to unblock him. I mean, what are you talking about? I have to unblock him. I unblocked him a long time ago. But since, all right, me unblock Boyz4life. If that makes him, I want him on the channel. I unblocked him. I unblocked him. So tell him to get his ass on here. I don't know why he's blocked. I didn't block him. I think one of my mods did. It's cool. Or maybe I did block him at the time. But I thought I unblocked him. Sorry. I did unblock him. After I get back. Nah, man, get your ass on here, bro. Not after you get back. Get your ass on here. Because all that talking, bro. All that videos making. I'm not doing all that. Get your ass on here. You want to talk a big game? Then show me your big game. Get your ass on here, man. I don't care about Saturday. Do it now. I got all day. After I get back from the store, I would get on live. Man, you better hurry the hell up. I think you're scared. I'm not Bobby Murphy. And Boyz4life, you know me. You say I'm embarrassing the Eagle fans. I don't give a fuck. That's the difference between you and I. Before I might have, but I don't care now. So yeah, you made a video about me. Congratulations. You made a 3-hour video about me how I'm a fraud. First of all, how am I a fraud? Do you see me wearing another jersey? No. Do you see me rep my team? I rep my team all the way. I might not agree with a lot of things Eagle fans say, but I'm definitely not a fraud. I don't know about you. You keep on going to Eagles content creators. You're undercover Eagle fan. That's what you are. Why do you go on other channels, man? Why are you going on the Cowboys channels instead of the Eagle channels, huh? When did you ever see me go on other channels? Not many. I don't give a damn what these Eagle fans say because they don't like what I have to say. Good. I'm not here to make friends. Yeah, you might embarrass me before. You did. It's cool. I laughed at it because I don't take you seriously. I don't. So get your ass on here. And I'm not playing. You want to make a video about Eaglechamp1? Go ahead. Call me skinny prick. Do whatever you want to do. These insults don't affect me, bro. They don't. I just want to hear what you say. Dak is the game manager. He needs everything around him. That's not bad. I never said it was bad. You just made it seem like it was bad. I never said it was bad. And I was trolling last live stream. Why the fuck would I say Kirk Cousins is better than Dak? Why would I say that? Kirk Cousins sucks. Why would I say that? I was trolling y'all. Yeah, I can troll too. Y'all fell for it too. Fell for it. That player, all right. He beat a Washington team. That's what you're supposed to do. I didn't take that back, and I won't take that back. But is he better than Kirk Cousins? You said stats matter, and I gave you the stats. I don't care about stats. Because Kirk Cousins is absolutely garbage. Horrible. But y'all like to run around with everything I say. Eaglechamp1 said this. Let me go make another video. Make a video about what? You know what I'm saying? You want to record, you have the recorder pressed on it just because I would make a mistake. Oh, I'm waiting for Eaglechamp1 to make a mistake so I can expose them. Man, expose me. What is it going to do? Help my views? What are you going to do? You're helping my channel because they're going to say, who's Eaglechamp? And they're going to go to my channel. Dummy. It's not the first time you made a video about me, Boyz4life. I know Eagle fans hate me. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. Because most Eagle fans are not like me. That's why I have a different channel than them. That's why they have collabs with everybody else and I don't. And I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I say what I have to say. You don't like it? Unsubscribe. Say what you want. I don't care. So get your ass on here. You have no busy, going to Twitter and talking shit. Come on. Dak is a game manager. And there's nothing wrong with that. He needs everything around him. When has Dak win without a running back? I haven't seen that. Zeke Elliott is very important to Dak. The receivers, when one receiver goes down, Dak is destroyed. His confidence is shot. Don't be pressed over this guy. He sits in his basement, walks up everybody looking forward to stalking Eagle fans. And the funny thing is, this guy doesn't even script. Man, listen, bro. Slash a shot to you, one of my little subscribers. Listen, bro. I know I say some things that y'all say. Listen, Eagle fans hate me. Good. Then I'll be the bad guy. I don't give a fuck with a lot of Eagle fans eat horse shit. I'm not one of them. A lot of Eagle fans are stupid. Talking about Super Bowl glory days. I'm over that. When I said that these moves were terrible, a lot of people were praising these moves in the offseason. When did you ever see me dick suck everybody? And you said copy LB? The fuck you talk about, Boyz4life? When did I ever copy LB? You better watch your fucking thing, what you say, bro. Because I don't fucking copy LB. If anything, you copy a lot of Eagles YouTubers. You copy Mosh. You do it. You're a troll. I bet you can't even make a Cowboy Consecrate without mentioning Eaglechamp1 because you can't. You're a TTC member, and I'm not in TTC. There's a difference between you and I. So get your ass on here, and let's do this. You just better come with facts today, because I'm not putting up with it. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm not interrupting you. I don't got Bobby Murphy. Bobby Murphy ain't invited here. I'm not inviting anybody else. This is between you and me, Boyz4life. I'm not waiting to Saturday. Let's do it now. Don't be pressed over the guy. Man, the guy's a fool. The guy's a fool. He's a fool. He's a fool. Even when I'm sick, I could still destroy him. Imagine what I do when I'm 100%. He's a fool. That back and forth, I ain't doing all that. I ain't trying to act tough. I never try. Before, I would always try to be something I'm not, but I'm not. I'm being who I am. I say a lot of stuff that, could be, because, you look at it. A lot of people don't like what I have to say. Good. I don't give a damn. I'm not here to impress people. I'm not here to support people. My channel is me talking about what I want to talk about. If I want to make a video about anything, I can do the fuck I want. So if you don't like it, unsubscribe then. Bye. Don't give a damn. I got a life. I got a job. Hey, man, you speak your mind and you don't let anyone opinions change your views. That's what I like about your content. I appreciate that, bro. And as long as if I have those people like that support me, then I'm not going to change up my behavior. See, look, all these other YouTubers, they change up how they roll. When they get the big number, they switch up. You will never see me collab with some of these bogus content creators, man. They want to dick suck other Eagle fan base. They want to sit there and want to collab. I've seen Eagle fans dick ride Giant fans, man. Fuck all that. If anything, y'all embarrassing. And if you think I'm calling you out, probably I am. Go make another video about Eaglechamp1 or Champ1, whatever you want to call it. Go make a clown video. I don't give a damn. My world does not revolve around Boyz4life. My world does not revolve around a lot of these bitch-ass Eagle fans. You got a Packers fan talking about me. And this guy's an idiot. Now, this might be Where You Hiding's channel. Yo, Where You Hiding likes him, but I fucking hate him. Dude's a 19-year-old kid. Talking shit about me, bro. I don't even know you. Keep my name out your mouth. And if you want, I can set up a live stream just for you too. You say I'm you said what? I'm a Wigger champ? Is that what you said? Bro, I've been talking like this since get out of here with that. I've been talking since when I first started. You dummy. Fuck you talking about? Look like spit from the Family Guy. Get your clown ass out of here. Good. You're a Packers fan talking about the stupidest shit. You're a fucking wannabe, man. If anything, you try to be something you're not, because I don't pretend to be. What you get is what you get out of me. I'm not switching up for nobody. When did you ever see me dick ride anybody, man? Y'all like to say shit, man. And the funny thing is, you had a chance to come on my live stream and you didn't want to come on here. So get your ass out of here, man. You ain't gonna come on here and confront me. It's cool. Call me what you want. I've been called worse. It's cool. That's part of YouTube. Now everybody's gonna like you, and I accept that. And if I couldn't take it, I want to be on here making videos. I know I'm not popular. I don't try to be. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I don't. It's not a kiddie friendly channel. I make it clear and really blunt. What I say. I'm not one of these bitch ass Eagle fans. They're gonna clap with every fucking body. Nah, fuck all that. Most of you Eagle fans are fake. You're frauds. If anything, y'all frauds. Because y'all say what the fuck y'all people want to hear and not the truth. It's cool. Got a lot of Eagle fans that collab with me and turn their backs on me. I see it. I'm not gonna say no names, but you know who the fuck you are. It's cool. I'm doing my channel how I want it. And there's nothing you could do about it. So once you get lost and go unsubscribe then. I could give a fuck if you embarrass me. If I embarrass you, good. Good. If I embarrass you as an Eagle fan, then get the hell off my channel. And you don't have to watch me. Hit the unlike button. Seriously, hit the unsubscribe button and get the hell out of here. I don't want your services. I don't need your support. Only rocking with the real here. Got Packer fans talking about me. Man, go worry about your team. We're not even in the same division as you. Look like snot from Family Guy, bro. If you don't go sit the hell down. Cool, Boyz4life. Cool. I can't wait. I don't shy by anybody. Bobby Murphy, bro, don't ever disrespect me on Messenger, bro. You got embarrassed by Boyz4life, bro. You got embarrassed. Take your L and sit the fuck down. You're in the chat talking about, I didn't get embarrassed. Yeah, you did. Literally, when I come back, you're both screaming at each other, man. You couldn't even hold a debate to him. And I apologize for Boyz4life. I thought he was going to bring something. I guess he didn't. So I had to do it myself. Don't you ever sit there and say you're the best trash talk. Man, you couldn't even hold your own, bro. I swear Boyz4life was bitch slapping you like a little doll. For what? What was that doll from Chucky? Not Chucky. Oh, what's that doll where you control as a human? What do they call those voodoo dolls? I don't even know what they call. You know those dolls where you control them and you basically do what the hell you want to a doll and it basically controls you as a person. You know what I'm talking about? You couldn't even hold your own. So go sit down. Running your mouth, talking about, oh, you cunts, this, that, bro. I got no time for you. Take your L and sit the hell down. Because you obviously didn't come with the facts. Packers just mad that the top 3 quarterback can't win more than. And Rodgers is a good quarterback. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He's a good quarterback. I ain't gonna take away from Aaron Rodgers. Meanwhile, the Eagles won against the GOAT quarterback and with a backup. Who are you talking about? Damn, my throat hurts as fuck. I used to not like you and your channel, but I started watching your videos and realized that you're real. You're not like And I appreciate that, Speedy Eagle. I appreciate that. And then guess what? I don't give a damn about the other subscribers. Let them hate on me. If I have to be a fraud, then I don't deserve to have this channel. Because I made it based on how I feel. I'm not going to sit there and dick ride everybody else. Listen, I don't copy my channel LB. LB is a different content. First of all, LB is different than me. There's a reason why he don't collab with me. Because I had different opinions than him. How the hell am I copying LB? I don't say everything he said. When he was praising every other move, I was saying it was horrible. If anything, that's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Has a good, but when it comes down to how many Super Bowls does Roger have? And listen, part of it was the fact that, I think that Rodgers, I mean, he's getting old and he needs everything around him now. Because obviously, when you get older and you're not the same like you was, Aaron Rodgers is still good. And if we needed a quarterback, I'd very much take him if we were in a winning situation now. But he needs everything around him right now. Some quarterbacks just don't have it like they used to. Aaron Rodgers is not the same guy like he used to be. But he's still able to throw when he has to, and he's having his best season right now. So if this is the only Super Bowl chance that he has, it's this year. But my issue is when people say Dak Prescott. By the way, Big Plus say don't come on my channel, bro. Because last time you brought up Tom Brady and Dak, bro. Don't ever come back on my channel, man. Embarrassing. That's why I can't hold a debate, bro. I can hurt your little feelings any day I want. I got no problem with you, bro. Go on your channel, make your stupid. That's a fake Eagle. That is one of the Eagle fans that I will not support because you're not even real. You say things on different other channels. I'm gonna be real with Boyz4life. I'm gonna say what I have to say. Can I say Adam the Link? Who the fuck is that? No, fuck is Adam. Don't say anybody else except Boyz4life. I don't want that jerk off on here. You mean the Packers fan, man? Fuck that dude. I don't know why he's talking about me. We're not even in the same division. I don't even know you, bro. Just dick ride everybody else. You want to make views. If I want exposure, I would. But I got no time for clowns, man. A Packers fan talking about me, man. I've been the exact same way as when I was little, man. It's not my first time. It's not my first channel. But I've just been flagged most of the times. I say what I have to say. I'm not changing for no one. Shout out to Bird Game 31, man. I appreciate Ben Adams. I do. Adam the Link. Are you talking about Packers fan? No. I'm gonna go worry about his team. I don't give a damn how many subscribers he has. Subscribers don't mean shit. Why are you worried about me? That's what I want to know. You see me making videos about him? No, because I don't care. I don't even make videos about Boyz4life. I don't mention him really. Only time I mention him is when he makes videos about me, because he has to. I'm still waiting for Boyz4life here, man. Hey, BG31, what's up? What's up, BG31? Dak Prescott's a game manager. There's nothing wrong with that. And last live stream, I put it up because I wanted to see how y'all react. Y'all told me stats matter. Well, stats matter than Kirk Cousins better than Dak. So stats don't matter, obviously. And I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is better than Dak because it's not. I take Dak over Kirk Cousins. But I want to see how y'all react. And guess what? I got a lot of y'all pissed off. I got 4 videos made about me. 301 Cowboy had 1 like. He made a video about me. Wonderful, man. You get 2 views out of your whole YouTube video. No one really watches your channel. And you call me a clown, man. Meanwhile, you just talk about MC Championship game. It's crazy. Listen, I don't give a damn if I'm embarrassing to the Eagle fan base. Because unlike them, I say what I have to say. Burger Theater One keeps it real. The Eagles keeps it real. Some of these Eagle fans don't. The content creators don't. They switch up when they get big numbers. You will never see me switch up. Ever. I am who I am. If you got a problem, unsubscribe. Yeah. Just like I criticize Jalen Hurts. You know, I think Jalen Hurts got to work on his accuracy. Obviously, people think I'm a hater. So I can't criticize my quarterback now? Come on, man. It is what it is. I'm waiting for Boys for Life, man. Y'all taking so much time, bro. I think you're scared, really. I really do. It's been a while, bro. Getting 31. Speed Eagle, shout to you, man. I'm just waiting for Boys for Life. I wanna see what he has. It's been a while, Burger and one. And Burger and one's my guy. Shout to him. He's the only Eagle fan that really talks to me on a regular basis. Everybody says they rock with me. No, you don't. A lot of Eagle fans say they rock with me. They ain't called me and told me Merry Christmas. He didn't have to do that. Boys for Life don't need to collab with me ever. You realize that, right? If Boys for Life really, I mean, not Boys for Life. I'm sorry, Burger and 31 didn't really need to collab with me. He's not fake. And some of these Eagle fans are, and I'm not going to shy away from that. If you know who you are, then you know who you are. You're fake. Once you get the big number, you forget who really supported you. And it's cool. You know who the real is. Burger and 31 shot me out, told me Merry Christmas. I don't see other Eagle. I mean, where you hiding the exact same thing. Rest of y'all say you rock with me. You don't rock with me. You use me most of the time. Because I know when real is real. I'm not gonna say no names, but you know who you are. You collab with me, and when you get big subscribers, you leave. Because I'm not this biggest YouTuber, and I don't say what everybody wants to hear. These Eagle fans want me to tell them everything is good about this team, and I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. When their team stinks, I'm going to say your team stinks. You don't like it? Well, it's not the channel for you. It's the channel for you. I appreciate that. Bergen, where you already know, man. What's up? I hope you feel better. I appreciate that. Just got off from work. Bobby Murphy want to talk about, oh, I McDonald, bro. If anything, if anything, I think you work at McDonald's. You have all day to talk about stuff, man. I mean, come on, bro. You didn't hold your own, Bobby. You didn't hold your own. You embarrassed me. You embarrassed everybody else. I had to delete the live stream. People said it was good. No, it wasn't. It was embarrassing. It looked like I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I'm not going to let that on my conscience. But I promise you I'm prepared this today. I don't give a damn if I'm sick today. Oh, he's bitching because he lost the Boys for Life. Boys for Life exposed him. He's in the comments always trolling. He talks about how everybody's mean to him, man. No, we were not mean to you. But you gotta let everybody else talk. You were literally insulting someone, bro. You didn't even talking football. You were just insulting Boys for Life. That's not why I had you on here with him. I wanted you to talk football and debate. Don't mess with Eaglechamp1, man. Bro, I don't try to act something I'm not, man. What you get is what you get. You can watch my old videos, man. No embarrassing. Still have my other one that I had in 2017. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was embarrassing watching those. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't forget those, and I don't care. It's cool. I don't need sympathy because I know who I am. And I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I don't try to be. And I'm not going to work my way up by being fake. It's not me. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. Hmm. What do you do? Shout out to Burger King through the one. Dak is a game manager. Exactly he is. It's the only one I'm going to go. That's the only time I'm sending a link is him. Where you hiding, baby, but where you hiding don't have Wi-Fi. I'm not saying more trolls, man. Oh, look who showed up, man. What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Not much. Fucking feeding my dogs and getting the water. What's up, bro?
Not much. Listen, we're gonna debate. I'm gonna debate. I'm gonna come real with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you know when I have been back and forth. I mean, you made a video with me, videos about me since I was starting YouTube. Remember? I mean, I go back watch your videos, and honestly, I laugh at them because I was embarrassed most times. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna shy away. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Murphy don't want to come on here. He's too scared. It is what it is, man. But here's the thing. I say Dak is a game manager because he needs everything around him. There's nothing wrong with game managers. You know what I'm saying? And my video last live stream was the fact that I said people said stats matter. Well, Kirk Cousins' stats technically matter. I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is better than Dak because Kirk Cousins stinks. He's horrible. Dak is better. All right. What I said, because people said stats matter. Well, if stats matter, then you can't complain when I compare stats. That's the only thing. And a lot of people took it the wrong way because I was really trolling. I mean, if you thought I said Kirk Cousins, first of all, I said that, I need to be off YouTube because that's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. All right.
If you said what now?
If Kirk Cousins was better than Dak, he's not.
You said Dak Prescott was Kirk Cousins and what he did against.
Yeah, I was trolling because a lot of people.
And what he did against Washington.
He beat Washington.
Yeah, but you said what he did was average. And first of all, you got the yards that he threw wrong. He threw for 130 yards. I mean, 330 yards, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he threw for 321 yards in the first half alone with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he didn't play most of the second half because he sat out the entire fourth quarter because the score was already bad. And he only threw for 9 yards in the second half because the defense was on the field most of the third quarter because we got a punt block. We went a couple of 3 and outs in that second half because we started off slow. And then the third quarter was basically already over, and then Dak didn't play the rest of the game. So
my point was, right, because the media said 2 weeks ago, right, that we beat a Washington team that's injured. Y'all played them. The media hyped y'all like Super Bowl champions. And that's what I was doing. I was basically pretending I was the media. You know what I'm saying? Because the media is a joke. Okay.
Well, I don't watch the media. I don't watch any of that.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh, you didn't watch
any of that stuff? I'll watch it here and there, but I don't watch it too much because it's all a joke. So I don't watch any of that shit.
They're hypocrites. Both of them are hypocrites. They said the Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington team and they're Super Bowl champions. And the Eagles, when they beat them, it was just Washington. They were injured.
Yeah.
That's what that's why I made that video.
When y'all played them, they had like 20 guys out. What's up, guys? I see the guys in the comments. What's up, Bird Gang? What's up, where you hiding, Mrs. Bird Gang?
You know what I'm saying? And Bobby Murphy still messaged me, bro. Get out of here, man.
Well,
go
Bobby
somewhere
Murphy
else.
was butthurt off of my video that I saw because he said
you exposed them. You flat out exposed them. I know,
but he put out he put a comment out that YouTube deleted, so I couldn't read it. I don't know what he said. So, but you called Dak Prescott a game manager, and I don't understand how. Because I gave you the definition of what a game manager is. A game manager is a quarterback who has pedestrian stats while being able to protect the ball. No interceptions, no fumbles. And while Dak Prescott protects the ball, he doesn't have pedestrian stats. I'm not saying he's an elite quarterback, but he don't have pedestrian stats. Right now, he is 2 yards away from throwing for 4,000 yards. You're telling me that that's average or pedestrian? Your quarterback is throwing for pretty much, I want to say 2 to 3 yards off, but 1,000 yards less than what Dak Prescott is throwing for right now.
Let me explain why I said game manager.
But if you think pedestrian stats are 4,000 yards, then I want to know what the hell. And I know you're not saying that Jalen Hurts is elite, but I want to know.
No, he's not elite. He's not elite. I still have my questions, but I think he's horrible versus the Giants.
But if you think 4,000 yards is pedestrian, what the hell is 2,000 yards or 3,000 yards going into game 17 or week 17? What is that?
I mean, man? I've been very critical with Jalen Hurts. You see me. I even told boys. I even told I didn't after the Giants game that I don't even know if he's a franchise quarterback because I saw him do the exact same thing. He doesn't know how to read the defense, and that's my issue with Jalen Hurts. And also his adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith's just a hell of a good player, and he made Jalen Hurts better with just the way he was able to get open. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing why I say Dak is a game manager. Because Dak, listen, and there's nothing wrong with I want you to understand something. Game managers not bad. I'm not saying bad game managers are bad. Game managers win championships. But Dak Prescott, when you needed him to win the game for y'all, he struggled. Look at the Raiders game, right? Overtime, right? Perfect example for Dak to come back. He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You had Cowboy fans in the comments of mine saying, "Oh, we're gonna get Randy Gregory back. We're gonna get DeMarcus Lawrence back." Well, why does he need all that? Because elite quarterbacks, look, even Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams wasn't a number one when he first came out, but he made him into that. Does Dak Prescott make his receivers better? Because Amari Cooper, to me, is a guy that is elite. You have 3 number ones. No, you have Michael Gallup, who's a number 2. He's a good receiver. You have Amari Cooper, a CeeDee Lamb, and the guy literally needs everything around him. You needed to go out and get a linebacker for Prescott. And defense. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. And that's my issue. I didn't say he was a bad backup. I was trolling last week because I got tired of Eagle fans saying it was just stats matter. Well, stats matter, then Kirk Cousins is better than Dak, which I think is BS because I don't go for stats. I look at what have you done lately. Jalen Hurts' stats supposed are good. I don't care about that. He played horrible versus the Giants. And I ain't going to lie to you. If he plays like that in the playoffs, he will lose. Because I saw a lot of inaccuracy. I saw him fumble. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue. That's why a lot of Eagle fans don't like me. It's because I don't say what a lot of Eagle fans say. And there's some times where I say stupid shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before I was saying a lot of stupid shit. But Dak Prescott is a game manager because he needs everything around him. When you don't have the running game, he can't rely on this, offense. I'm not even going to put out because everybody needs an offense. I mean, I'm not going to use the offense because every quarterback needs an offense. But he needs a running game. Pollard and Zeke Elliott, when they're not out there, he struggles. For example, 17, Zeke Elliott goes out. Dak couldn't do without it. You know what I'm saying? 2019, you had injuries. You had a full roster, and Dak needed a defense. Your defense obviously stunk. Your coordinator was horrible. But you need everything around Dak. And that's not bad. But to sit there and say he's an elite quarterback, when, let's be real, if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Cowboys team right now with those weapons, you don't think he's winning more 4 games? Because I don't think Dak can win with the Packers offense. I don't think he can win with just Devontae Adams. He would need 3 number 1 receivers. He would need a complete running game.
We also have to think about it. You have a different head coaching staff with the Packers than you do with the Cowboys. So who knows what would happen?
I know. And part of it is Mike McCarthy's horrible. I think if you fire Mike McCarthy, you get Kevin.
I don't think he's horrible because he's horrible. But I don't think he's horrible because if you're going to sit there and say that he's horrible, he's only won 1 Super Bowl and he had Aaron Rodgers. Well, if Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, well, he's only won 1 Super Bowl. So who's overachieved and who's underachieved?
Well, Aaron Rodgers had played with less, didn't he? Who did he have at receiver? Dak has Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb's a draft pick. CeeDee Lamb's a beast. CeeDee Lamb is a monster.
No, I get it that he didn't have the weapons, like we said. But what I'm saying is that, and I've always said that this is a coaching league. You can have the best talent out there, but if your coaching staff sucks, you're not winning a lot of games. Your coaching staff has to put you in a position to win. And I think Mike McCarthy and his coaching staff did that for Aaron Rodgers when they had that team out there in 2010 when they won the Super Bowl.
Mike McCarthy didn't win because of Aaron Rodgers. Mike McCarthy didn't win it. Didn't put Aaron Rodgers in the situation. Aaron Rodgers was just better quarterback. Mike McCarthy got credit off of it. Mike McCarthy stinks.
Well, then how come Aaron Rodgers hasn't done anything since Mike McCarthy left? He's made it to 3 NFC Championship games, but has lost all of them.
But I'm just saying, if you put him on the Cowboys team, even with Mike McCarthy, if he did that in the Green Bay, what makes you think he wouldn't do it in Dallas?
If you put a lot of top-tier quarterbacks on this Dallas team,
they're winning championships.
They're winning championships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We don't know that with Dak Prescott right now because guess what? It's his team, and he finally has a complete team to go around him. I mean, let's look at the 90s. You had a running game. You had a receiving game. You had an offensive line. You had the number 1 defense in the league in 92 when they started their little run. The number 1 defense in the league. The number 1 offensive line in the league.
Yeah, he is the number 1 offense.
That's what they had. And then what do they got now? They have at least a top 10 offensive line. They have a top 5 defense right now.
Why did they do it? Why did they go out and get him that? What? Because he needed that, right? He needed that because he couldn't win without a defense. I mean, I seen Aaron Rodgers take a trash defense, you know what I'm saying, to the playoffs. He might have not won the championship, but he took them to the playoffs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, let's be real. I mean, there's some quarterbacks who just Russell Wilson had a good defense. That's why I don't think
We're
that
talking
he would
about
come to Philadelphia.
championships here. We're talking about championships.
I know that. I'm just saying, you
we
put
don't
any
have a quarterback that has won a championship based on them alone, aside from, to me, Tom Brady. Tom Brady had a really good defense, but the offensive side was pedestrian.
But he makes everybody else better.
But he made it what it was because he's Tom Brady, and they.
But he didn't have 3 number 1 receivers, did he? He had to make those receivers. Can Dak do that? Can Dak do what Tom Brady has done? No, he can't, because we've seen him struggle. Look at the Washington football team versus in Maryland before y'all finally destroyed him. But he was playing bad.
When? Because last year he didn't play
in Washington. In Washington this year, he was bad in Washington. The defense stepped up. Michael Parsons absolutely killed this guy's name, Taylor Heineke. I call him Heineke.
He made bad mistakes in the second half.
He was off.
Him to come back.
Which game are you talking about? The one in Maryland?
The one in Maryland.
He was horrible. I watched it on my phone. He was horrible.
He was bad, but he wasn't as bad as what everyone's saying he was.
He wasn't good enough.
He won because of the defense. I'll tell you that right now. I've said this multiple times. I've said that Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. He's not a game manager because
he's a game manager.
There's time.
He's a game manager. He needs everything around him. When you need a running game, you're a game manager.
You really think that Sunday, if he didn't have the running game, didn't have the weapons, you really think that he would have lost that game?
Yes. I think it would have been close. Hold up. I think it would have been a little bit closer. I don't think they would have blown them out. Look, Ezekiel Elliott and Mike and Pollard are literally the reason why your offense is moving. Every time you saw Dak without running game, he struggles. And that's my issue. He struggles. And it's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with game manager. What you're sitting there saying he's not game manager, that's a definition of a game manager. It's when you need everything around. I'm not saying he's a bad game manager. There's different levels to a game manager. There's bad game managers. There's okay game manager. Dak is in pretty much, top good game managers. You need everything around him. You needed a defense. They went out and got him a defense. Why is that? Because he couldn't stop the other team the defense could have stopped the other team from scoring, which he couldn't come back from. Now he has a defense. He's able to sit back and run his offense. But I've seen many times where he's overthrown his receivers. The Washington football team, he was horrible. He was throwing picks left and right. It should have never been a close game in Washington. You should have blew them out just like you blew them out last week. And you did good versus Washington. I was just trolling. You did good because I'm tired of the media pick and choosing. When we beat the Washington, they were hurt. But what is Washington? Because they lost starters too.
Well,
you beat a team that's supposed to do.
20 guys when they played that 2 weeks ago. This week they got their guys back, a lot of their key guys back, and
the defense, same defense was playing versus the Eagles, wasn't it?
No,
Josh Allen was playing. Allen was playing. Payne was playing.
No, Montez Sweat was out, and then I don't think Allen was there. I think there was a couple of guys that you're missing.
I was playing
on the defensive side of the ball that when y'all played him the first time.
Tyler Heineke was the only one that was other than out. That was the other guy.
There was a lot of backups that I didn't know.
But we don't get to choose how we play because we had to cancel it to play them, and we did our part. And to me, I honestly think and I keep on saying it. I saw Jalen Hurts versus Washington play a good game, and I say he's starting to get better. But the Giants team, if you think I was going to say he did good, I was criticizing him.
Can you sit there and say he did better when in the first half you saw y'all were getting lucky in what was going on. Y'all were lucky that the offense was terrible. Jalen Hurts fumbled. Jalen Hurts threw an interception.
That's what I thought too.
Those two.
Well, no. The Jalen Hurts interception off Goddard's foot, that was not his fault. That was Goddard because Goddard had the ball bounce off his foot. So you can't blame that.
Okay, regardless, the interception goes to Jalen Hurts, not to
Goddard. But that's still not his fault.
What I'm telling you is if the offense scores 7 points on each of those, it's a different game. I really think they only scored 3. I don't even think they got a touch.
That's because their defense is absolutely horrible. Now, I've been criticized Jonathan again. I don't think Jonathan is good. And that's why I'm worried about him in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The Giants game, the defense played better, but that Reds Washington team, we were giving up points left and right. We couldn't stop nobody. But if you're going to blame that on Jalen Hurts, then I can't. Then let's start. Then we can do that with Dak because there's many times where Dak Prescott had the ball, something crazy that it wasn't Dak's fault. But technically, it goes fall back on Dak Prescott with an interception, even though it's not his fault most times. And sometimes receivers drop the football. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Y'all want to sit there and say, well, Jalen Hurts threw this and bounce off his foot, and you say it's his fault. But when it's Dak Prescott, y'all want to say, well, the receivers dropped the football and it deflected into the defender or something like that. Well,
I mean,
it technically goes on Dak Prescott's stats as an interception. It goes on his sheet as an interception.
Huh? I don't say none of that. I don't say none of that stuff, but okay.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying there's a lot of Cowboy fans who are YouTubers. And there's probably ones in here right now who said that. I know one of them, 301 Cowboy, just he says that he says it's not always his fault. I've seen him make excuses for him. That's why I rock with you. You know, as much as I troll back and forth, I know you say. Trust me, I know what you say. I watch your videos as much as you don't think that. I do. And by the way, your videos of me are funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I say Dak Prescott's a game manager. He's not a bad game manager. He's not a horrible game manager. He's a good game manager. But elite quarterbacks or good quarterbacks, when their defense is not producing, should be able to win. The Raiders game, perfect example. Dak had the ball in his hands. Why couldn't he come back? Because number one, the running game. Let's be real. I mean, who did they even run the football in that game?
Yeah, I mean, the last 7 games, aside from after Dak came back from injury, the next 7 games, the run game had been horrible, and
that's because you know who it is. I mean, was Mike McCarthy out for the Raiders game? Did he have that 19? Because if he was playing, because the Raiders game,
the only game that he was out, Dan Quinn was the coach, and they won.
Yeah, well, so Mike McCarthy was coaching. Mike McCarthy's horrible. Like Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy isn't even calling the plays. It's Kellen Moore.
Well, you saw a little bit of Mike McCarthy calling the plays a little bit. Kellen Moore is very creative. You know when Mike
McCarthy is not calling the plays. It's Kellen Moore.
You don't think he's calling the plays?
Yes. Mike McCarthy is not calling plays on anything.
So Kellen Moore is not running the football. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yeah, sometimes Kellen Moore doesn't run the football. Yes.
Why does he need to run the football? Because Dak needs it, right?
Yeah, right? I mean, I've always said that.
So what does that make him? That's the definition of it, and it's not bad.
Dude, I've told you what the definition of a game manager is.
When you need everything around him, right?
Is a quarterback who has pedestrian stats.
Dak Prescott
has borderline average stats. And look up the definition of a game manager in the NFL. I've said it. I've looked it up. I've read it to you. I've read it. I've sent it to you on Twitter. I've sent it to you in your.
The definition of game manager is when you need everything around you. When you need a running game. When you need an offensive line. When you need a defense, and that's what Dak has. That's not always true. Game managers need a defense. You went and drafted Michael Parsons when your linebackers were trash. You went and drafted them. Why is that? Because Dak needs that. When your running game is not effective, who does it affect? Dak Prescott. Because let's be real. Like I keep on saying, you put Aaron Rodgers or any quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys team, they're winning the championship the first year. Dak Prescott isn't on Aaron Rodgers' level, and I'm not saying he is, but he needs everything around him. The running game is really why Dak is always scoring points, because it takes the pressure off Dak Prescott as a quarterback. It takes the pressure off the offensive line. It takes the pressure off the receivers, because now you have to factor in the running game. You need that. That's my issue. I'm not saying he's a bad. Listen, game managers are not bad. And I think you're misunderstanding. I never said that was bad. He's a game manager because he needs everything around him. And there's game managers who are very successful. Can Dak win those without a running game? The question is no, because you saw that when he had no running game. How good did he do? He struggled. For example, was 17. Even when Zeke went out for a while, Pollard is a very effective, dynamic running back. You have Zeke Elliott, Pollard, 2 running backs. They wear defenses out. If you don't think it matters,
I never said it didn't matter. I've said multiple times that Dak needs his running game. I've said
exactly, bro. Tom Brady was a game manager for his first 3 years. Okay. He was.
I mean, to me, I don't think Tom Brady was a game manager his first 3 years, only because I've asked the same question over and over. I even asked it in your live stream.
Well, I sent Bird Game 31 the link.
And no one has ever answered me this question.
Well, Bird Game 31, I sent you the link. You can come up if you want. You can argue with them. Because, like, I'm not going to do this with it. I don't know why you even brought it up. Because people said brought it up, and I didn't even know we were bringing it up. That's why I was so upset last week. I didn't even know what we were doing. Because I came back and you two were arguing with Bobby Murphy. You were tweeting so much. I'm like, what the hell happened? I just left for 1 second, y'all too. But he's not here today. No, I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Tom Brady also made his receivers better off the spot. He did. Dak Prescott, I don't think could win with a Julian Edelman. I don't think he could do that. He always had a Cole Beasley. He was a good receiver for Tony Romo for a while, wasn't he? He always had a Jason Witten. For the first time he came out, he had Witten. He had a good defense. I mean, the defense in 2016, I thought were pretty good.
Who had a good defense?
Cowboys had a good defense in 2016. When Dak was a rookie, he had Jason Witten. He had Des Bryant. He had who else? He had Ezekiel Elliott. They drafted him with the first pick. You know, you had a good defense. I mean, you had a good offense. Your offensive line always been stable. And it's not now because they're getting a little bit older, but before they're stable. And when Dak has no offensive line, can he win you championship games? And that's for all quarterbacks. No, because you need offensive line. That's why I'm not using an excuse. But the other things like the running game, quarterbacks usually don't need that running game. And they're able to, even average running backs, they're able to make their team better off that because it's the quarterback. Dak Prescott needs everything around. He needs a running game. He needs his top 3 receivers. When Amari Cooper went out, he was struggling. Say he wasn't. He was. Michael Gallup even made Dak Prescott struggle a little bit. And towards the end, he started to develop chemistry with what's that receiver that y'all had. But before, Amari Cooper affected Dak. And if you didn't think he affected Dak, you're wrong. Dak was very effective when Amari Cooper. Not Amari Cooper. Gallup went out.
So you do know that you were basically agreeing with everything I've ever said about Dak Prescott.
No, because you say he's not game manager, and I'm saying
he's not a game manager. I think he's past.
Then I disagree with that because he is game manager.
He's a good quarterback, and yes, he needs his weapons.
He's a good quarterback, but he's a good game manager also. You can be both.
I'm telling you,
be both.
I'm telling you, in certain games, he's able to put the game on his back and win.
When? Which time? This year?
Okay. Against Washington, the second game. I feel that if he didn't have his top guys, they still would have blown out this Washington team.
So the defense didn't play good?
I didn't say that. I'm just telling you that if Dak Prescott didn't have Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb, one or the other or both of them, I really think that the way Dak Prescott was playing, because he was hitting his guys with accuracy, unlike other times when he was struggling and not hitting his guys with accuracy, I feel that you could have put anyone out there this past week on that offensive side of the ball, and he would have won. That's what I would have felt. That's what I felt like this week, the way I saw him play. Look, my problem with Dak Prescott is he's getting paid $40 million to be a guy who needs certain things around him. And that's my problem. If he was playing the way he played the last 7 games, struggling and getting paid $28 million, $32 million, I have no problem with how he's playing, because he's getting paid such as how he's playing. But when he's getting paid as much as he is, that's where I have my problem with how he's playing, which is why I said he struggled the past 7 games. This past game, when I saw him against Washington, I felt like he could have put the game on his back and he would have won without. If he would have been missing an Ezekiel Elliott, if he would have been missing Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb.
Jay Deshaun just said this: a game manager often benefits from strong defense and a rush offense. Dak has that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, like I said, I keep on saying, I don't think he's a horrible quarterback. Listen, if we didn't have a quarterback right now, if we were desperate, I would take Dak. Not from over Watson, but I'd take it if he was the last quarterback on earth. I'd definitely take him over Kirk Cousins. That's for damn sure. I would definitely take him over who else? Who else I would take him over? I'd take him over some other quarterbacks too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Prescott is a guy that needs everything around him. And the reason why you got Michael Parsons was, number one, you needed a linebacker. Number two, because Dak needed a defense around him, which is a game manager. The definition of game manager is when you have offense or weapons around your quarterback, and you'll just be able to just sit in the pocket, everything around you, just, make a couple good throws, and you're able to just have enough talent around you for you to succeed. That's a game manager. Game managers is Dak Prescott. There's different levels of game managers. I'm not saying he's Jimmy Garoppolo because I think Dak is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is absolutely horrible. He's not even a game manager. To me, he's a horrible quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo is a below average game manager. I don't think he's that good. I think if Dak Prescott had everything that Jimmy Garoppolo had, I think he could win, with a championship game. I do. But if you say he's not a game manager, then you're wrong because we saw what he did without a running game. And I stress that enough because people say he's not a game manager. Well, game managers need offensive line not offense, running game. Running game, because offensive line is every quarterback needs offensive line. I don't care who you are. But then again, Aaron Rodgers never had a real stable offensive line for a couple years. He started getting that, but he's getting a little bit older now. You know what I'm saying? Before I looked at his offensive line, and when you played him versus Tony Romo, he never had an offensive line, and he was dealing with an injured leg, the ankle. He had an ankle injury or something like that. So there's quarterbacks that make their offensive line better. Dak needs that offensive line. He needs that running game. He needs receivers. If you take away Zeke Elliott just Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, I don't think he wins you like the way you did. I think it'll be close, and I eventually think the Cowboys defense would put you on the spot and come through the win because Dallas defense is pretty good, and the Washington team is trashed. I mean, they're fighting on the sidelines because they're bad, and they realize that. But Dak Prescott wouldn't come like he did that Sunday. He had everything around him to be successful, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So, you're saying he's not game manager. Well, look at his stats. I mean, Dak is indeed a game manager. Sasha said, look at the fumbles, 45 in 6 seasons. That's terrible. I don't know about that one. I mean, but I agree that Dak is a game manager. He needs everything around him. And if you say he's not, well, what are you saying? Because he needs to run a game. He has 2 running backs to help him, to take pressure off him. They went and drafted a number 1 receiver. They traded for a number 1 receiver. Why was that, Boyz4life? Because in 2018, he struggled just getting the ball down the field. He needed a big play receiver, and the Cowboys went and got him Amari Cooper.
Well, a lot of quarterbacks need big play receivers. A lot of them.
But listen, he also got 3 number 1 receivers. Josh Allen he has 1 receiver, but that guy's like 3, and he has a good offensive line. When your offensive line is healthy, you're unstoppable. You're able to do what you want, and Dak's able to sit in the pocket, be untouched, throw his checkdowns, and able to lead the team to victory. And that's why I saw a big score. And the defense is pretty good with line, but Michael Parsons is a stud. Now, let me ask you a question. When Dak Prescott versus a team like the Packers, they take away his running game because you saw when the running game is not effective, Dak struggles. He has to throw it, and teams are daring him to throw it. And he either hits them or he throws a bad pass or interception. If you take away Dak's running game and you make him throw it, and his offensive line is not doing their job to block it, he's done. And that's my issue with Dak. Can he win you a game overtime? Look at the Raiders game. The game was in Dak's hands, and all he had to do was complete a pass and keep the chains moving. The defense did their part. They got off a 4th down. Now, they weren't good because their secondary is horrible. All right, their secondary is horrible. Trayvon Diggs is the only corner on that team that I think is any good. Jordan Lewis, the other guy, what's his name, Brown, he's horrible. He's horrible. But Michael Parsons has been balling. Randy Gregory has been doing good. So it's not like there's nothing around him. He's not like he's doing all by himself. He's everything around him to be that guy. Now, the problem is when you get to the playoffs, teams are going to adjust to it. And how is that going to adjust to that? Is it going to be we're going to see what we saw with Dak in 2018, where he struggled versus the Rams? And you know what I'm saying? And you saw Mark Cooper and Marcus Peters go at it. Are you going to see that again? Are you going to see the Packers repeat where the Cowboys start out, slow and it's too late for them to come back? And Dak has to claw his way in, and Aaron Rodgers wins the game in heartbreakers. Are you going to see that again? Because I don't know if you can beat a team like the Packers. I don't know that. I don't think your offense is good enough to do that. When you take away that running game, it affects Dak. And that's all I'm saying. And that's why I say he's a game manager, because he needs everything around him. Jalen Hurts is a game manager. I'm not saying he's a elite quarterback. Listen, people are running around here talking about Jalen stats. I don't care about stats, because I see progression, and I see him go either good or I see him go back to his old ways. He didn't do good against the Giants. He did good in the second half, but his first half was absolutely horrible. I was calling for him to get benched for Minshew. because I'm tired of him running without looking at a defense. Not reading the defense properly, missing key receivers. And Eagle fans want to put him on a pedestal like he's God, and I'm saying he's not. I got called a hater for pointing out facts. If you thought Jalen Hurts looked like a franchise quarterback versus the Giants, you weren't seeing it right because his balls were underthrown. The Watkins play was just Watkins going up and making the catch. Any other cornerback would have knocked that ball down or intercept that ball. That was just a hell of a receiver who went up and got the ball. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line blocked good. He likes to run. And I don't know why. You have an offensive line just stand in the pocket and make your throws. And that's my issue with Jalen Hurts, is he just doesn't just in time. He just when, in the second half, and he doesn't do it from start to finish. And that's my issue with it. And a lot of Eagle fans got mad at me because, what are you talking about the Giants game? Yeah, I watched. Did you see the Dallas got a game wide? He was wide open. He missed them because he can't read a simple defense. He needs to. He's a game manager. And the defense played well, in my opinion. They showed up for a change. And they don't usually do that. That's my problem with that. Look at Brady's first 3 years stats. Brady started putting up numbers when they got Moss, Patriot, one with a defense running game. Hey, Berger, I send you the link, man. You come up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with Boyz4life like that. Last time we did that, man, I looked foolish as hell. So you could come up and talk about Tom Brady. I'm not talking about Tom Brady. Because I'm talking about Dak and the Eagles. I'm not talking about Tom Brady. I don't know why the hell we brought that up last time. That's why I don't allow just random people in my stream. But I want to talk to Boyz4life because, before I know, I say a lot of stupid shit. Trust me, I go back and watch your videos, Boyz4life. I remember, like, I was really, really stupid back then. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I really was. You know what I'm saying?
Aside from today, you still say some dumb shit, and that's my problem.
Well, we can be mutual too, because I think you do say some stuff too.
You say shit, and then I call you out on it, and you sit there and you say you never said it, and I got to go back and watch this stuff to make sure that you said what you said, and I heard what I heard.
I was shown. Like, if you didn't see that, well, I'm sorry you don't listen to humor. I was shown. Eagle fans do. They talk about stats, and media talk about stats. And you're wrong for saying game manager is not Dak, because Dak is a game manager, and I just showed you who he is. I just showed you that he is. He needs a running game. He needs receivers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he needs everything around him. And sometimes he does look like complete garbage. The Raiders game, he didn't do his part. They had a chance to win the game, and he couldn't do it. You paying the guy who has what is he?
The Raiders game, he threw for 375 yards.
But he didn't win the game.
2 touchdowns. I understand he didn't win the game, but what I'm telling you is if you look at his stats, the way he played, he missed big throws in critical time.
Yeah.
Yes, which makes the throw that more magnifying, and what makes it look like he played worse than what he actually did. But when you go back and look at the game, there was a lot of things.
Lamar Jackson cannot win with nothing, bro. Lamar Jackson's absolutely horrible, man. Can't throw. I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson's not good to be.
Lamar Jackson is absolute trash.
He is. And I'm tired of people talk about his stats. You saw Lamar Jackson versus the playoffs. He can't read the defense. He's another one who can't read the defense. I'm so sick of people telling me that Jarvis could be Lamar. I don't want him to be Lamar. Because I hope to God we don't have Lamar. I'm glad that the Ravens let them pay him. If you put a decent quarterback on that Ravens team, they're winning the championship. The defense is top 10, in my opinion. They got everything around them. Because the quarterback is trash. Look at their backup. He played better than Lamar. But y'all go for stats. Y'all watch the highlights, man. Y'all watch the highlights. He needs everything around him.
Humphrey did play good.
Who?
Humphrey did play good.
Because he was reading the defense a little bit better. Lamar wins, though.
Lamar Jackson's a guy who I never thought was a guy who
Lamar wins, though.
Lamar
only wins because of his run ability.
Lamar Jackson is a guy who can throw the ball at times, but when push comes to shove, he's a quarterback that he's not consistent about being able to throw the ball, which is why
maybe Jones could be better. Maybe Jones could be better than Lamar. I hope to God he's better than Lamar, because then if that's the case, we need a fucking quarterback.
I don't see Jalen Hurts being better than Lamar. I don't see Jalen Hurts being better than a lot of quarterbacks.
Why you say that? Why you say that? Explain to me.
Look at his gameplay. Look at him throwing the ball. I mean, if you want to go back to his stats, which I should have had, but just look at him against the Now I couldn't watch the game because it wasn't on TV for me because I'm out of network. But
you know, there's an app where you can get it. It's called
Well, I started watching. Well, I found an app that allows me to watch a lot of the games now, so I'll be able to watch stuff that's out of network for me. But when you look at Jalen Hurts' stats, I mean, in my video, and I know you watched it, you saw where the league average, and when I mean the league average, that means every single quarterback that has played this year, whether it's a backup or a backup's backup or whatever, the league average for a quarterback to throw per game is 191 yards, right? Jalen Hurts is, what was it, 14? I want to say he threw for his average is basically 200 yards per game. So he's 9 yards above league average throwing the ball. When you look at Jalen Hurts' stats throwing, and this is why I have a problem with a lot of Eagle fans, because they sit there and say, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. Look at what he's doing. This is that. He doesn't need to be able to throw the ball, which I find bullshit, because 4 years ago, when I was making the same argument for Dak Prescott about being able to run the ball and scoring on running touchdowns, I was getting told that shit don't matter because he's a quarterback. Because your quarterback, Carson Wentz, was throwing more touchdown passes.
He was horrible last year. What are you talking about? He was horrible.
I'm talking about Carson Wentz when he was with Philly 3 years ago. Yeah. 4 years ago.
Well, no. Wait, well, hold on. Boyz4life. Didn't you say that he was trash 2 years ago? 2 years ago, didn't you say you made a video saying he was horrible?
I'm talking about, but dude, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to say he's trash.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll say this: except his 2018, his 19, I think he showed it.
But I'm always gonna. What I'm saying is, I'm always gonna pick my quarterback over your quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whether I think someone's trash better than my quarterback or not, because that's my quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're loyal to your quarterback, and there's a lot of Eagle fans that like got flagged on Twitter for just calling out one Eagle fan. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid Giovanni, like I have no problem with him, but the fact that he's saying he's moving to Indianapolis, and Eagle fans allowing him to slide. Now, here's the situation. Here's the situation. If I said I'm moving to Indianapolis and I'm a Carson Wentz fan, but what would you say, Boyz4life? You would expose me, right? You would expose me. How you a real Eagles fan? And here's the Eagle fans. They love because he's a sweet kid. Listen, I have a disability too. I don't use it, and I have high functional autism. I do. It's not an excuse. I do have it. But that doesn't mean I can do the hell I want. Disability is an excuse at that point when you're not controlling. I have high functional autism.
I don't know what that is.
High function. So basically, it's like I look normal, but like for example, like I sometimes like for example, when I'm off my meds usually because I take medicine to help me concentrate. You know how I was goofy most times, all that stuff, because I was off my you'll know it because I act weird. I say things that that are just stupid. It is what it is, and also the fact that for a while I wasn't working. I like working. So that was part of it too. But I have a disability too. But I don't really like saying it because to me it's embarrassing. It's an excuse. Because they look at one thing and they say, well, you have a disability, so you can do what you want. No. Because unless you can be able to do everything a normal person can do, excuse. And he's old enough to learn that you're an Eagles fan. Zach Ertz ain't here anymore. Carson Wentz ain't here anymore. Nick Foles ain't here anymore. That's fans of a player. That's not a team. Carson Wentz is gone. I don't want him back. Because I hope Jalen Hurts is my guy. Because I really don't want to go next year and draft a quarterback. Or I don't want to trade for a quarterback. Because I know it's the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think it's just the quarterback situation, well, our defense is horrible. And I've been saying this. Our defense scares the hell out of me in the playoffs. Because any good team, the Giants, I knew we were going to beat the Giants. The Giants are absolutely trash. If we lost to the Giants, it would be sad. And we were barely scoring more than 3 points in the whole first quarter.
That's another reason why I sit there and I laugh at anyone that says Jalen Hurts is going to be or is a good quarterback, because against shitty teams, your defense is competent enough to keep you in the game. If you are playing a good offense and your quarterback is playing as shitty as he is, there's no way your team is in these games whatsoever.
Jay John, I don't want a quarterback that can run. Can he be able to throw with accurate passes? And that's my issue with a lot of Eagle fans. You know why a lot of Eagle fans hate me? is because I don't say what the hell they were saying. They're over here talking about Jalen Hurts as this guy. The guy is not. They're talking about him being Pro Bowl. You think Jalen Hurts is Pro Bowl?
I don't understand how that even
I don't know how he is.
I don't even know.
He doesn't deserve Pro Bowl.
Matthew
If anything,
Stafford,
Devontae Smith should be Pro Bowl.
Better stats than him. Dak Prescott has better stats than him.
Because he has everything around him.
I don't know who else has better stats. I mean, I haven't looked. I just know.
I mean, he has 3 number 1 receivers. I hope the hell he's better than Jalen Hurts. And he also is in his 6th year.
Okay, but what we're getting at is stats wise that it's better than Jalen Hurts, and somehow
obviously, yeah,
he's a Pro Bowler as a quarterback.
But I'll say this, right? I saw Jalen Hurts last year. The receivers were trash. He was able to put that team. You know what I'm saying? And this year, I think with Devontae Smith here, and I like Devontae Smith. I saw some okay, he could be good.
I mean, I
saw some games.
You lost 3 games with Jalen Hurts. The 4 games that y'all played, and I know one of them he got pulled because y'all were throwing the game to get a better draft spot, and y'all gave it to Washington. But besides that,
we had no choice. We were eliminated. Y'all like saying we should have played. We were eliminated.
No, if y'all had won, y'all would have gotten in.
What, after the Cowboys lost? After the Cowboys beat us, the Cowboys beat us, we were eliminated. We had nothing to play for. We would have risked our chance to get. Yes, after the Cowboys game, we were eliminated. We were eliminated.
So after the Cowboys lost to the Giants last year, y'all got
no. When we lost to the Cowboys, when Jalen Hurts played Andy Dalton, we were eliminated.
I thought that elimination game was against Washington last year.
No, we were eliminated before. That's why everybody was freaking out, because we were eliminated. We had nothing to play for. That's why Giants fans were crying, because we had nothing to play for. If we had something to play for.
Oh, that's right. The Giants were the ones that were trying to get in, and they threw the game.
But I'll say this about Jalen Hurts.
I remember.
I don't think Dak could win with those weapons the Eagles had last year. I don't. Oh,
Dak won't win with a lot of weapons. A lot of teams.
What? He could win with who? Greg Ward Jr., Travis Fulgham?
I just said Dak Prescott wouldn't win with a lot of teams, and I've said that multiple times.
So when I say he's a game manager, it's not disrespect. It's just the truth. He needs everything around him. 3 number 1 receivers. He needs that. You take one receiver, he's looking shaky. You had Des Bryant, Jason Witten the first time he was the quarterback for the Cowboys, right? You had that. You had Ezekiel Elliott as a rookie year. You know what I'm saying? As much as Ezekiel Elliott you don't think is a factor, he still tires out of defense.
I know he's a factor, and I know that once, and I've said this, that's why I'm trying to figure out where the only disconnect that you and I have, because you are basically agreeing with everything I've ever said about Dak Prescott. The only disconnect we have on is Dak a game manager or is he not?
And I said he was.
I have said everything that you are saying about Dak Prescott, I have said.
So why you sitting there saying I don't know what to talk about? If I said everything except the game manager, then why are you sitting there saying I don't know what to talk about?
If you watched my video, I was talking about where you said that what Dak Prescott did against the Redskins was average. Throwing for 300, and you said 8 yards, even though you were wrong there. You said what he did was average in your video, in your live stream. And that's what I'm calling you out on, and that's what I'm talking shit about.
Did you watch the media? Did you watch the media? Because
I don't watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch the media. Like I keep on saying it. They said the exact same thing about us.
I don't watch that stuff for that reason alone. You want to know where I get a lot of my information? Either I do my own research, I watch y'all, Bird Gang, the lives, you, myself. I watch a lot of other YouTubers to get stuff, because to me, we speak more truth on our teams than what the media does.
Well, let me tell you what the media said. After we beat Washington, like I keep on saying, they told us that we were playing an injured team. When you played them, Montez Sweat was playing versus the Eagles. He was. He was. The only quarterback that wasn't playing was their quarterback. And he would have stunk anyway, because we would have beat them anyway, because he's horrible. And I'd rather play him than the quarterback we played just last week, because I think he honestly is better than Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke's trash. His name's Heine because he's trash. All right. Washington football team don't have a quarterback. But yet the media doesn't say that. But when we play a team like the Washington team, you play the injured team. but they won't do that for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's my issue. People say, "Oh, stats matter." Well, if stats matter, technically, Kirk Cousins has better stats. Never said he was better than Dak
Better
Prescott.
stats than what? Like overall, like for
This year. This year.
No,
I looked it up this year.
I already looked it up. Kirk Cousins has thrown for 3,971 yards, while Dak Prescott is 2 yards away.
Vision just told me last week. He just put it up. Kirk Cousins technically has better stats this year than Dak. But I never say he was a better quarterback.
As far as throwing for yards, no. Kirk Cousins doesn't have more yards thrown than Dak Prescott.
Probably not now because he was horrible last week. Like I said, Dak needs everything around him. And that's my issue. That's the only issue I have is you say he's not a game manager when he is.
And but like a lot of quarterbacks need a lot around him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the Daks of the world, the Cousins of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all of them. Look at what happened when Hopkins went down with what's that dude named Kyler Murray. You know they've been losing since Hopkins been out.
And that's the thing. I've been saying Kyler Murray isn't as good as what everyone says he is because he needs all that around him, and we're gonna see that on a grand scale Sunday when we play them.
If you play
like in terms of like, but that is the same type of quarterback. Like these guys, I wouldn't necessarily call these guys game managers.
What, Dak Prescott?
Just like I'll more call them they're just good quarterbacks, and I use more of the good versus elite or good versus great quarterbacks. You know, there's great quarterbacks. It's only like 4 or 5 in the league. You know, then there's a bunch of good quarterbacks out there, and then that's kind of the realm that you see a Dak, a Kyler, a Josh.
But let's be real. Kyler Murray and Dak are now on the same level. Dak Prescott might have more weapons than Kyler Murray, but you give Kyler Murray the exact same weapons as Dak. You don't think they're going to be the same? Dak has everything around him.
Both of the quarterbacks though took for them to get all their weapons before they started having elite type numbers.
But they traded for Amari
Kyler was all right. He had a good rookie year or whatever, but he wasn't as elite as he was when he got Hawkins. Then that's when the elite numbers came out. Dak same way. They had to trade for Coop, but then he still played good, but then he got even better once he had CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Because why? Why? Because he needs everything around him, and that's a game manager. And it's not a bad thing. And that's my issue with Boyz4life.
Here's my Kyler Murray is the top what? He was the number 1, number 2 overall pick, right?
But out of college, I really didn't think it was that good.
Okay. Oh. Jalen Hurts is the second. It was a reach. He was the second round.
I wouldn't say he's a reach. I think there's some.
A reach. To me, it was a reach.
And even
because you're a Cowboy fan. Because you're a Cowboy fan.
Dak Prescott went in the 4th round. He's playing like a 4th round quarterback.
And look who he is.
First round money.
But like round, yeah. But
and that's when I disagree with Boyz4life right there because Jalen Hurts last year, Dak couldn't win with those weapons last year. That's not
even this year. Like if you put Dak on our team, he's not winning.
No, Jalen Reagor. I mean,
there's a lot of quarterbacks.
Burkington makes a good point. Jalen Reagor's
like
absolutely horrible.
But it's like this though. Like everybody hates on Jalen from his passing. Like Jalen almost has 3,000 yards passing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and he's almost got 1,000 yards rushing. So when you look at that number, like, oh yeah, Dak's about to hit 4,000 yards passing, right? How many rushing yards does Dak have? I know he's a quarterback, so you don't look at it, but Jalen's a dual threat, so you got to add in his rushing yards too, because he is a dual threat quarterback. He's not trying to be a pocket passer. Jalen's never going to be a pocket passer. That's not his game.
Jalen's trying to learn how to be a pocket
my issue with Jalen Hurts,
he's learning. But there's been plenty of good quarterbacks out there that were dual threat quarterbacks that they have the running game and the passing game to add to them. So if you look at Jalen's numbers, he's over 4,000 yards, total. Or he's around 4,000 yards total yards and like 28 touchdowns or somewhere around there. So those are good numbers for a first-year quarterback. What people got to stop doing with Jalen is comparing him to people that's been starting for years. This is Jalen's first year starting. We had our first-year head coach, first-year offensive coordinator, first-year everything with these guys. If you looked at all the drop balls that were Jalen threw touchdowns with. If you look at all the drop passes in general, incomplete passes.
Well, here's my thing,
they dropped. His numbers will be way even better. Like he would have 4,000 yards passing. He would have freaking, be one of those guys that have 4,000, 1,000 yards rushing. That's 5,000.
Because he's a game manager also.
He's a playmaker, man. I wouldn't call Jalen a game manager either.
He's a game
manager.
He's
a playmaker, man. That's all he is.
Here's my issue with
playmaker.
Jalen Hurts. That
For
Giants
now.
game. That Giants
He
game.
can be better later.
That
But for
Giants
now,
game.
the things that we want Jalen Hurts to do only comes with time. Like when I was saying earlier about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's first 3 years, he had pedestrian numbers. Like he was barely getting 3,000 yards a season. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the defense, the kicker, and the run game that helped Tom Brady win those first three, and the coaching that helped them win those first three titles. After he got Randy Moss and then stuff like that. After he got some years in the league, he got to see all the defenses. He got to adjust. That's when Tom Brady started becoming elite. I remember hearing when Tom Brady was asking Belichick, can he call switch plays at the line? Because you had guys like Peyton Manning calling his own plays and stuff like that. Like that's why I think Peyton's more of a GOAT than Tom to me. Even though Peyton only has two.
You already know how I feel. I hate Tom Brady with passion.
He only got two rings, but in terms of pure, if you want to talk about pure quarterback, straight up just quarterback, not your team success, not your championship. Peyton Manning came in busting. Yeah, Peyton Manning came in busting 4,000 yards a season. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he had 16 and 16 his rookie year, he's still busting out 4,000 yards a season because he was just that good of a passer. Tom Brady took a time. Go ahead. I was gonna say Tom Brady took time to learn defenses, and when you're the longer you're in the league, that's why you can't even put a jury out on Jalen Hurts. Give him like 2-3 years. Like we used to be able to watch, quarterbacks go through their rookie contract before you decide what kind of quarterback they are. Everybody wants it now. So they're doing game by game, trying to break down if this guy's elite, if he's good, if he's freaking. No, man, give the guy the time so he can understand. Because there's just some things you can't teach. You can't teach what other defensive coordinators are going to do against you. You can't teach those things.
But you can't teach someone who has like if they can't read the defense. You got to be able to read defense, and that's how Jalen Hurts.
Jalen just won 2 games in a row without running the ball.
Let me say something.
Without running the ball. Without running the ball. 2 games without running the ball. He only had 2 carries for 30-something yards last game.
But his passes are underthrown. They're underthrown. Look at the Giants game. That was an underthrown ball. Quez Watkins just goes up and makes that catch.
Listen. All quarterbacks do that, though. All quarterbacks do that. Everybody's talking about Minshew mania. If you not watched that Jets game, Minshew underthrew every ball he threw. All those touchdowns. Every single quarterback in the league underthrows balls. All of them.
But Minshew, as much as he throws underthrown, he throws it where the receiver can get it. Jalen Hurts, I've seen many times where, like, for example, he missed Dallas, got it wide open in end zone. That's a touchdown.
That was a progression thing. He came out and he
struggles with that.
The coach,
and I'm gonna say he can't get better.
No. It's not that he read the wrong progression. He ran the right progression. His first read was underneath route to Quez, and he threw the ball. Quez was open.
I seen Jalen Hurts.
So you can't get mad at him. Of course, he'd rather have it back, but you can't get mad at him for reading his progression. Like people want him to start doing things that he's now starting to do as the season progresses, because that's what progression is. He sticks in the pocket a lot longer now. He
didn't stick in the pocket last versus the Giants. In the first half, he was horrible.
Before Giants, yes, he did.
He fumbled, and he also freaking ran when he had a wide open receiver. Beginning of the game, but it starts with first half and second half. He shows up in the second half, but you should be showing up all 4 quarters. That's my issue, Jalen Hurts. He's not reading the defense properly.
Name a quarterback that goes from first quarter to fourth quarter.
He's in his second year. He's in his second year.
No, first year starting though.
He's not a rookie anymore. He's in his second year.
He's not. But he's in his first year starting.
Jalen Hurts actually had 2 rushes for 7 yards against the Giants.
Yeah, he didn't even run the ball. He threw the ball the whole game.
There was that ball underthrown.
People are starting to get a little bit too much like what they want from the guy. Like he's not perfect. There's no perfect quarterback in the league. Even when we played Tampa Bay this year early in the season, Jalen had better stats than Tom Brady that game. They just won. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady threw 2 picks in that game. Jalen threw 1. Tom Brady had like 200-some yards passing. Jalen had like 300 yards that game. But you don't look at little things like that when it comes to Jalen Hurts, because everybody's on that whole needle with him. You're trying to evaluate a quarterback game by game as opposed to letting the guy play and take his lumps.
Throws receivers, and that's my issue. Y'all went to the stats,
but he also throws dimes. I bet you if you go on YouTube, you can make a whole video of Jalen Hurts throwing dimes.
I can do the same thing with other quarterbacks too.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making.
It don't matter about highlights. I saw where he was inaccurate, and I saw underthrown receivers. The Devontae Smith, that was just a hell of a route by Devontae Smith. That was a bad throw. If you don't think that was a bad throw, it was underthrown. The Quez Watkins, that was
He threw him open.
Who
He threw the
caught the
ball
ball?
where Devontae
But that
Smith
was a
can go get
bad
the ball.
throw. That was a poor, piss, underthrown ball. If it was any other corner, like Jalen Ramsey, that ball was getting picked off. Quez Watkins just goes up and gets the ball. That was a bad throw.
Okay, so
it's a bad throw.
Let's go back to the.
That's my issue with Jalen Hurts. Is he can't he underthrows receivers. He got to be. You don't have to be the deep passer,
but
you
he doesn't
be
always. You act like every throw Jalen throws is an underthrown ball. You can't tell me, sit here and tell me right now, champ. Who cares about the Giants? I'm talking about throughout all the season. You can't tell me you haven't seen Jalen throw dimes. If you have, you're not watching football.
I've seen Jalen Hurts show a little bit of progression.
You haven't watched football. If you can't tell me that Jalen Hurts throws dimes. I'm saying dimes though.
He does show some
dimes,
and he goes back to his
old all the time.
He goes back
to. He does good versus the Washington. He showed he could be a good quarterback. But the Giants game, he goes back to running.
But I'm saying you're sitting here like.
Throw dimes.
Yes, he can.
At times, he can.
Like he's been doing it. Even the 4 games last year, he threw dimes. That's what got everybody excited about him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like when he went toe-to-toe against Kyler Murray in that Arizona offense and was going back and forth with him. Our defense lost that game. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Hurts did his job that game. Like Jalen Hurts, like I said, Jalen has
defense was good. Versus Giants game defense was good.
He has room for improvement. And yes, everybody's been like doubting him because that one bad game he got against Giants. That was a horrible game. I'm not sitting here trying to defend Jalen on that. That was a horrible game. But at the same time, how many touchdowns do you have to throw that get dropped that could have won the game?
There was many times.
Like he still shows resilience. He threw 3 touchdowns that game. The Ward drop and 2 to Rager that he dropped. Now, either one of those touchdowns get caught, we win the game.
But it should have never went to overtime versus Giants. That was just
never would have. But it's football, my guy. There's no, mathematics.
But I think a lot
no
of Eagle
freaking
fans,
equation about football. And it's about can you put your team in a position to win, and that's what Jalen does.
He struggles with it. Look at the throws versus Giants, and you told me you saw French Quarter because he was underthrown receivers. The Devontae Smith, that was a bad throw.
How many franchise quarterbacks do you think there are in the league right now?
Oh, I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers.
We got 32 starting quarterbacks.
Okay.
And I bet you only name
more
guys that are like legit. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and then the list kind of stops after that. There's no really elite quarterbacks after those 2. So all the rest of those guys have played garbage this year. And
you don't think the
Russell Wilson's played garbage this year. You know what I'm saying? That's why
I'm not a fan of him either.
Kyler Murray's had the last 5 games of playing garbage. Dak even had his little streak of playing garbage after he came back from his injury. Like all these other quarterbacks that everybody want to say is so great, these guys have played garbage. And even Aaron Rodgers had a couple garbage games this year. I'm not even going to lie about that. He had a couple garbage games this year.
But here's nothing. I didn't say Jalen can't improve. I didn't say he can't improve. I'm just saying what I see is a guy that does good. Like the Washington game, he did good. He goes back to his old ways.
But he's good, but not great. And that also comes with play.
And I didn't say he can't be the quarterback. I'm just saying he's not right now. He hasn't shown me he could be a franchise quarterback.
In your opinion, do you think Jalen's done enough to start next year?
For next year? I don't know. I got to see more of him. I got to see more of him. I got to. I've seen a lot of inaccuracy. Like I said, and I'm not going to lie to you, I see a lot of inaccurate throws of him not. Also, he struggles with reading defenses. Versus the Giants game, Dallas guy was wide open.
Did you see Jalen Hurts' press conference after where he broke down everything he saw?
Broke down the whole play.
Then why you can't do it then? Because I don't care about the press conference. What have you done?
But he broke it down, letting you know that he had his
why he read what he read.
Then he should be able to execute. Then the next game, then I should be seeing accurate throws.
Every quarterback does that.
No, it's after the fact. It's after the fact stuff. Yes, he's wide open, and what we see as fans. But Jalen Hurts actually sat down. They asked him a question, and he broke down what happened, why he did what he did based on where McKinney was positioned on the field and where he went through his progressions, and then he brought it back down to where he threw it. And now Dallas Goedert wide open. What?
Even said that he wished he had it over, and he might have would have threw it to him.
What was the scout that struggle with you? What did Jalen Hurts scouts always say about him?
As fans, we always
underrated throw. I'm not saying he needs to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying he needs to be better than what he's playing.
Patrick
Because a lot of
Mahomes
Eagle
played
fans put him in
garbage
a
the whole
pedestal like
first
he's
half of the
God.
season.
He's not God. I'll criticize him when he needs to be criticized. People want to run around here praise him like he can't be untouchable.
No,
He's
it's not about
untouchable.
calling him God. It's just realizing that every quarterback struggles.
And I
My guy.
understand that.
That's
But
the
if you're not
bottom
making,
line.
but he
And
goes
then
back to.
you're saying Patrick Mahomes, you're saying Aaron Rodgers, you're saying Brady.
Never said
These
he was
guys been
Patrick
playing for
Mahomes.
years. This guy is in his first year starting with a first year coordinator, first year head coach, first year quarterbacks coach, first year everything. Like this is first year of everything, and the guy's doing good for his first year. That's what I'm saying.
I saw many times
I
where
would
he had
say he's
wide
doing
open
good
receivers.
as a playmaker, but not so much as a quarterback because
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he
But
can't
that
be.
just depends. Like if you're talking about you want Jalen Hurts to be that pocket passer. I always to give this
You have
example.
to be able
Remember
to
when
throw from the
Donovan
pocket to
McNabb?
be successful.
Remember when we got
What run a
Donovan McNabb?
quarterback?
You know, you're a Cowboys fan too.
Yeah.
You seen what Donnie did.
What
You know,
run a quarterback has
Donovan
been
McNabb was a great
successful?
quarterback, right?
What run a quarterback has been successful?
When
Other than
Donovan
the pocket
McNabb
passer?
got told he ran the ball too much, he went that offseason was like, "Hey, I'm a pocket quarterback," and ever since then, Donovan McNabb, you know, his whole quarterback career went down the drain.
Well, I hate
You know,
McNabb, so
because he
you know
tried to become
I
something
hate
he
him.
wasn't. Don't let these guys change you. You know, and I even see Jalen in some games try to pass too much. Listen, if you're a dual threat quarterback, embrace that role and understand the role and accept it. You know what I'm saying? Being a dual threat is never going to put you as a pocket passer.
Burger
the only one that I've ever
Burger
seen
one. Hold up.
hold on. The only one I've ever seen succeed as a dual threat quarterback is Russell Wilson because he won a Super Bowl. That's the
Yeah,
only
but he
one
had
I've ever
also
seen.
good defense and all good offensive line.
No. Russell Wilson.
He didn't have a good defense.
Okay.
He had the best
Yes,
defense.
he had a great defense.
He had a legit defense. The Legion of Boom was
talking about
false.
Dude,
And
I
they
That's
good
know because it seemed like every year we were playing the Seahawks, and it got annoying for me because it seemed like every year we were playing the Seahawks. And to me,
and he got better going
Russell
along.
Russell Wilson did so much on that offensive side of the ball with hardly anything. You had Taylor Lockett, who wasn't a top receiver. You had Doug Baldwin, who only exceeded 1,000 yards 1 year the whole time he was there.
And Jalen Hurts is Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins.
Listen, well. And then you're saying Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins. Devontae Smith, yes, he's a first rounder. Yes, he might.
He's been
break
playing
our
lights
rookie.
out.
Hold on. Whoa, Devontae Smith's been missing a lot of games this year too.
Who's throwing the ball?
It's not even about throwing the ball. It's about him having to learn being a rookie in the NFL, my guy.
I just think the quarterback is underthrowing the ball.
That's what it is. Devontae Smith is a great receiver. You know, not a great receiver. He's a good receiver that could possibly be great. I'll say that about Devontae, but he's still just a rookie. He doesn't know coverages all the way. He doesn't know how every single defense is going to guard him. Devontae Smith, after that first game he lit it up in Atlanta, struggled the next couple of games because they started double teaming him.
Because of who?
He didn't understand how to beat press. Not because our quarterback, because him as a player, as a receiver, being a rookie in the NFL, not understanding what it's going to take to get off a press, to get off double teams, to get open in these situations. They're all rookies, dude. Our whole offense is young players. You know, Quez is still young. He was a rookie last year. Rager's still young. He was a rookie last year. Devontae's still young. He was a rookie this year. Goddard's still young. This is his first year ever starting without Zach Ertz being there. You know, our offensive line is young. Like you got to realize when you're young
he's inaccurate.
In the NFL. You can say that. But
he's inaccurate. There's literally film of him literally missing receivers wide open. What do you?
And there's also film of him dropping dimes that people are dropping.
Yes, there is too. And I don't blame.
Okay, so what the hell are you talking about?
But you're sitting there saying that he can't. Here's my thing. A lot of Eagle fans say you can't criticize because I've seen a lot of Eagle fans on Instagram tell me I'm a hater.
Like I said,
but obviously I can't because when I say that, y'all want to sit there and say I'm a hater.
Garbage, dude. Garbage. Huh? I watched the game too. The New York game, he played garbage. But that's one bad game out of 15.
Mitchell?
No, Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, I know that.
He played garbage.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you got to look at what every quarterback's doing this year. Every single quarterback has had a bad game this year,
and that's a problem.
Why? It's reality.
Every
it's life.
quarterback
it's football.
Having a bad. So how's he progressing if he's having a bad game every year?
Because he's done good. In the beginning of the season, Jalen was just run. After the first read, he's out of there. Because our line, after that San Francisco game, our line was young. Landon Dickerson was young when he got put in there. You know, Herbert, those guys were still young when he got put in there. So Jalen By the time he did the RPO, that's why we stopped running RPO every single play like we did those first game. Because by the time he did the run pass option, there was, people down his throat. He had to run. That's why people are like, oh, he's a one-read quarterback. Because when you got a freaking DN chasing you down, what the hell are you going to do? You're going to go to the guy that's open on the first read, or you're going to run the ball. That's the only options you have. There's no time to sit back and read defenses. But since we stopped 100% RPO, Jalen has been sitting in the pocket hitting people on dimes.
Obviously not, because he fumbled in the Giants game and he looked absolute crap. And
whatever, a fumble, guy. Like, yeah, people make mistakes. He's not perfect. But after that, he dropped dimes the rest of the game.
I'm not saying he can't get better.
He went like 11 for 12. Like, what he got? Everybody got hyped up about Gardner Minshew, right?
Oh, you
got hyped up about Gardner. Oh, he got what? How many passes in a row he had?
I think we're more Hurts fans than Eagle fans. Listen, bro. I really am.
No, it's not about that, because we are Eagles fans in the long run.
Why can you not sit there and say he's been bad? I'm not saying he's bad, like awful.
He's had bad,
saying he's had inaccurate issues.
Like one complete bad
work on
game.
those.
Because I'm a realist. I realize Jalen Hurts is not just about passing the ball. Like, in terms of quarterback, he's a fucking dual threat quarterback.
But he's
meaning those games that he didn't have that many passing yards, he had rushing yards. When you look at the guy that's putting up touchdowns, he has like 28 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He has like 4,000 total yards. That is a playmaker making plays for his team. He put us, even those games that we lost, he put us in position to win a lot of those games. Our defense didn't win those games for us.
Defense was good versus the Giants. Defense was
good versus about the Giants, though. You keep talking about one game.
That was a perfect example of Jalen Hurts struggling in the first half.
Game.
And he started adjusting in the second half. You can't do it if you're in the playoffs. You can't
keep bringing up the same bad game that he had, trying to use that as an argument.
Bad. I can't criticize my quarterback now when he does bad.
No, you can't criticize him, but your criticism is saying that he had a bad game, and I'm telling you he had a bad game.
In the first half, yes, he did have a bad game versus the Giants. Yes, he did. He did. He was absolutely awful. I watched it on my phone at work. I was watching it. He was absolutely horrible. In the second half, he turned it around. But you can't just have a second half good game. You have to have 4 quarters of good game. That's not when you
name me a quarterback that's playing 4 quarters straight perfection. And then once you do that, I'll say if Jalen is different from those guys.
You can't, because there's none.
None! My guy, every single quarterback in the league has bad quarters.
But they're accurate more than Jalen Hurts is.
How can you say that? If they have bad quarters, they have bad quarters. That's it. You know? You can't say they're more accurate or less accurate. They're more accurate. When you come on, if anything, you should give him props for when it matters to try to win a game. He turns it up, and that's what you want from your quarterback.
Some babying this guy now.
You're not babying him. You're keeping it real with yourself.
Look, I think Jalen Hurts can improve, but if you say he's a franchise quarterback right now, no, he's not. He's not.
No, but like, why does he have to be a franchise quarterback?
I didn't say he had to be this year, and I would give him another next year. And I'm glad the front office said they like what they saw at Hurts. I hope he can be that guy, because I don't want to draft another quarterback. But I saw a lot of inaccurate issues that he goes up and he goes back down. He's not consistent. The Washington football team, he was good. The Giants game, he struggled. In the second half, he had to adjust, and he started playing better. But those throws to Devontae Smith, they weren't accurate passes. They were underthrown. Devontae had to go up and get them. He had to go up and get them.
It doesn't matter. Was it a completion is what I'm saying. Was it a completion, yes or no?
So it doesn't matter if the quarterback's accurate now. All right.
Dude, you don't think receivers save their quarterbacks all the time? You think all the Aaron Rodgers freaking passes are freaking perfect? No, Devontae Adams is a beast for a reason. Yes. He goes and gets the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, receivers save quarterbacks all the time, my guy.
So why is Joe Burrow making Jamar Chase better? Because if you think he's on the Eagles and he's doing his
is he making Jamar Chase better, or are they
Jamar Chase is balling out?
Like Jamar Chase gets open. That's how he's a beast.
So does Devontae Smith.
Jamar Chase is like 4 yards down the field when he's getting dimes dropped in
because of who
in his hands.
Yeah.
Do you think it's part of him, or do you think it's because the quarterback's accurate and he can throw it on the money?
Look, I don't like Jalen Hurts as much as a Cowboy fan.
Hold on. I'm sitting here you put Jamar Chase on the Eagles right now. He's struggling.
He's struggling. Jalen Hurts at times can drop you dimes, just like any other quarterback.
Any other quarterback.
Because if you can't, you have no business being in the NFL.
Yes.
I never said he can't be a good quarterback. I'm saying right now he needs to do better. And I need a quarterback that can be able to accurate throw. His reading his defense is not good.
But the thing that you're asking for, champ, is what I'm saying is the things you asked for comes over time. None of that stuff can be next game type stuff. It's over time, so why even criticize him over it? Because you know he hasn't seen it. He hasn't been through it yet. You got to let the guy play.
So he can't develop reading defenses now? Now we have to limitate him because
but he has.
Want to hurt his feelings?
Come on. He has developed over the year.
No, he didn't read a defense.
You don't think he's a better passer now than he was at the beginning of the year?
Receiver. He didn't read a defense. He struggles versus that.
You don't think he's a better quarterback now than he was at the beginning of the year?
I think he shows improvement, but I don't think he's better. No, I think he shows improvement. That's my issue.
I don't
shows improvement.
For me, I don't think Jalen Hurts is better than what he was at the beginning of the year. I think
obviously not.
Hold on. I think that because it's in a smaller scale of what he's doing, it makes him look better. Because if you go back to the beginning of the year, he's throwing the ball 40 times a game.
But that was a coaching flaw.
No. But just hear me out. He's throwing the ball like 35 to 40 times a game.
40 times a game.
You're not really running the ball, right? He's making the same amount of plays, but on a bigger scale, so they look few and far between. They don't look that good. Now he's throwing the ball 20 to 25 times a game, making the same amount of good plays, but on a smaller scale, so it looks like he's actually doing more when he's not. To me, I think he's the same. You're just adding the run game. And now
because look,
the run game is definitely improving, Jalen Hurts.
My thing with that is like this. And also, he makes the run game better. You seen what happened when Mitchell came in. We had 180 yards. There's 4 games before that we had 250 because Jalen controls the linebackers. But in terms of his passing, right? And I get what you're saying, Boyz4life. It's because he doesn't need to pass the ball 40 times a game. That's not him. He's not a packer quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever think of Jalen Hurts and pocket quarterback in the same sentence. You know, because he's never going to be that guy. He's not. That's not his game.
What quarterback you
quarterback?
Huh?
A pocket quarterback. He's not a pocket quarterback.
So what quarterback is he going to be? Because if he's not a gunslinger, if he's a running quarterback, then he's not the guy. Running quarterbacks don't last in the league. Running quarterbacks don't last in the league. He got to either be a pocket quarterback
Russell Wilson's run a Super Bowl.
But
he is a gunslinger. Jalen Hurts is not a gunslinger. He's not a gunslinger.
You had Randall Cobb that lasted forever. You had Michael Vick who lasted forever. Russell Wilson who lasted forever. You have Patrick Mahomes right now lasting. Patrick Mahomes who can run and throw. Right now, I mean,
and he just showed
you have
a receiver and a tight end that's best at their position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kelsey's the best tight end in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill's the best receiver until Jalen Hurts gets those guys. He would look better if the Eagles go this offseason and we go pick up a guy like Devontae Adams. I know it's far in between. If we got Devontae Adams, Jalen Hurts' passing numbers would look better. You know? They would.
And I agree with the Eagle.
Just like we said with Dak, just like we said with Kyler, when you get elite receivers, it makes it that much easier for quarterbacks to look better.
And I agree with Speed Eagle. He says there's going to be games where Jalen is going to have to throw. And he also got to read a defense. And he struggles with that.
Won 2 games with his arm.
Really?
Yeah, but where?
Touchdown.
Come on.
The Washington game, he won with his arm. But the Giants game, the first half, he was horrible.
Let's get it straight here. I get it. He won, and winning's winning no matter how you slice it. But they were on horrible defenses. Horrible defenses.
If you're playing against Jalen Ramsey and the Rams, they're losing that game. Losing.
If you're playing better defenses, like I was telling Eaglechamp earlier.
I'm not saying he can't improve. That's what people don't misunderstand. Right? I'm saying he has limitations that he has to work on.
3-0. I'm not talking about Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about your whole team. Y'all were struggling. It was 3-0.
Oh,
the only reason why it was 3-0 and why you stayed in that game is because your defense is competent enough and the offense you were playing was trash. If you were playing a good offense, there's no way in hell that would have been 3-0 at the end of the half.
Mahomes has a cannon,
it would have been a lot worse. But you played a horrible defense, you played a horrible offense, and your defense kept you in the game until Jalen Hurts got going and that offense got going, which is then you saw what you saw, and the final score against the Giants was 34-3 or 34-10 or whatever it was.
And what I say is that it's too it's not always just all Jalen Hurts. It's the
I know.
calls.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was all Jalen Hurts. I know his defense stinks. I've been calling for Jonathan Gannon to be fired for many years. But the Jonathan game
showed
up today.
Fired for many years. He's a first-time defensive coordinator.
He stinks. He's horrible. Jonathan Gannon's the worst defensive coordinator I've ever seen.
3 and 10 points. That's not
I take Jim Schwartz over him.
That's not bad when you hold teams to 3 and 10 points.
What? Jonathan Gannon? He's absolutely horrible.
So 3 and 10 points to you is a bad defensive play call?
I watched the guy on the screen. He cannot adjust. And they run the football and they pass.
He doesn't do that great. Like, he's getting better, though, as year. He's a first-year guy. You got to give these guys time to understand. Like, after Flex called him out, he's actually been coaching a lot better.
Jonathan Gannon's been even that loss to the Giants for a while.
You can't put that loss to the Giants on Gannon. He held them to 13 points.
I could put a little bit on him because he didn't adjust again. He allows quarterbacks to sit back. Even the quarterbacks shouldn't be respected.
That game, the Giants, they didn't do shit on offense.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Jets. The Jets game. The Jets game,
we won
Wilson was throwing. Yeah, but the defense stunk. The
first quarter.
Did you see the defense?
They
were running the football on us.
Didn't the first play get run back for a kickoff return?
Yeah. Also, they were running the football on us and they were throwing the football on us.
A lot of teams run the
all day to throw.
A lot of football teams run. A lot of teams run the football on y'all.
Because the defense coordinator sucks.
Well, you're also out.
I take Jim Schwartz over him any day. I take Jim Schwartz over him any day. I'll bring Jim Schwartz right back. I seriously would. His pass rush at least got through.
Well,
he doesn't adjust. He's one of the worst.
Well, this is what I say. And this is what I've been telling a lot of Eagle fans too. Listen.
As an Eagle, I think Darius Slay has had his best year as an Eagle.
Yeah, I know that because he's a cornerback. He's a cornerback defense coordinator. He's not a defense coordinator. He's a cornerback defense coordinator.
What?
Listen. This is what I'm saying.
He's a coach for the cornerbacks last year.
And this is what I have to tell a lot of Eagle fans too. If we win out, that's 10 games, man. That'd be 10 games, right? When the last time besides Super Bowl year we won 10 games? After the Super Bowl, we didn't win. We went 9, we went 8, we went 4. So for first year guys to win 9 and 10 games in your first year, that's good. With a rebuilding roster, so they say. We don't have no elite receiver. Devontae Smith is good, but he's not elite yet.
If you put him on another court, if Aaron Rodgers is on that team, I guarantee Devontae Smith's better. Devontae's a beast.
Well,
he's literally one of the best receivers.
An experienced quarterback, an established quarterback, a good quarterback. Of course, he's going to be bounds and leaps of what he is right now with a quarterback who's just learning how to throw the ball.
He's always been learning. The guy struggled with accuracy in college, even in college.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you put Devontae Smith with the quarterback who is better with accuracy, who has been in the league multiple years, of course.
Like Aaron Rodgers was on a bench for 2 years before he even started playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know how much experience you get being on a bench for 2 years?
So we go.
Tom Brady, like I told you guys, first 3 years didn't do nothing. He was getting like high 2,000.
So what are you trying to say?
Low 3,000.
Because I said Jalen Hurts can improve. I'm not saying he's the guy right now. He's not the guy right now. But he can improve. He can improve, and I'll give him another year next year. Absolutely. I would. I'm glad the Eagles give him another year. But if you sit there and say today that, because there's a lot of Eagle fans say he's a Pro Bowler. He's not Pro Bowler. He's not. I don't give a damn what stats say. I watched the film. I see Jalen Hurts inaccurate, throwing underthrown balls. He's just going
the playmaker. That's what got him the Pro Bowl alternate.
He doesn't deserve Pro Bowl.
Lamar
he does
Jackson
run. Lamar stinks.
From throwing the ball and running the ball too.
He can't throw.
That's how he won MVP. And Lamar Jackson's not the best passer in the world.
He ran.
And he only threw to running backs and tight ends that year.
So he ran. He ran the football. That's how he got MVP. Most of it was running. And that's not winning you championships. Look at the Ravens.
I'm just going to throw this out there. With the Tom Brady situation, what we keep talking about, Tom Brady had under 3,000 yards only one time, and that was in 0-1.
Oh, I like Dario. Okay.
That's the first year?
I think we got a bunch of Hurts fans, not real Eagle fans. I really do.
When he won the Super Bowl, he had 20. I want to say it was 2,800 yards his second year, and that's when he became a starter. I want to say 8 games into the season.
The first year, right? Did he start at the end of that year?
He got drafted in 2000, and he only threw for 6 yards that first year. In 0-1 was the second year
when he came in for Bledsoe.
When he came in,
he goes on. Did you see Lamar's accuracy? He sucks.
4 or 5 games into the season. 4 or 5 games.
Look at Lamar's film, bro. He's absolutely horrible.
3,000 yards.
He's another one that can't read the defense.
Games. And after that, he's his other 2 Super Bowl years, he threw for 3,600 yards and almost 3,700 yards. After that,
exactly, it's not the 4,000 yard average that all elite quarterbacks have.
But back then, we were still kind of running the ball. We hadn't transitioned into the passing league it is now. Also,
look, all I'm saying is Jalen Hurts can improve.
I'm saying Jalen Hurts can improve. A lot of his numbers after that went up when we did start transforming.
Yeah, they did. They were in the 4,000 and 5,000 mark.
Yeah. All I'm saying is Jalen Hurts can improve. Like super elite quarterback. Because if you look at that year, remember Brady got hurt, right? In like the first game or preseason. And what's that dude name? Castle came in, right? Castle threw for like 5,000 yards that season.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That showed that it was a system. It wasn't just Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you look at guys like Jimmy Garoppolo got paid because the system had him looking good. Ever since Jimmy Garoppolo left the Patriots, he hasn't been all that.
All I'm saying is this: Jalen Hurts can improve, but if you thought he would look like a frick, and I'm not saying he can't. You misunderstand. I'm not saying he stinks. He should be gone. I'm glad the Eagles giving him a chance. I'm glad I saw the report. But I'm saying right now, I need to see a little bit more out of him.
All I say is, like, listen, I understand what you're saying, Champ, but
listen. I'm saying that he has some inaccuracy issues. If you thought he showed you as a franchise quarterback, I didn't see. And it's not about, I don't want him to be
What's
Mahomes.
a franchise quarterback? For real, like I said, there's only like 4 of them.
Able to hit
and those are guys that have been in the league for years.
He struggles for that.
It takes years before you can even call anybody a franchise quarterback. Like, I know teams and the media wants to put out, is he a franchise quarterback or not? But you cannot say that you have a franchise quarterback unless the guy's played football for years in the league.
He struggles with
defenses. It takes time to become franchise quarterbacks. Do you not agree? It takes time to become a franchise quarterback.
With this organization?
What do you say about that?
With this organization? You think they're going to take time to worry about Jalen Hurts becomes a franchise quarterback?
What I'm going to say on the franchise quarterback, unless you are a special kind of player, the way Peyton Manning was when they put
Peyton Manning was a first-round pick, too.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Aside from that, certain type of players, it's going to take time to be the franchise quarterback.
I'm never going to say that. I don't know what the hell you talk about.
It's going to take time.
Unless you are
a number 1, number 2 draft pick, and you are a for sure the way Peyton Manning was. And Peyton Manning was the 2nd overall pick. Because let's not forget Ryan Leaf.
And there's no other Peyton Mannings out there ever.
Yeah,
there's been one Peyton Manning
taken before Peyton Manning, and he was absolutely garbage.
What makes you think Jalen is that good? Because of his stats? You think stats matter?
Not because of his stats, because I watch him play football. My God,
you watch him play football.
He's a playmaker, and he has heart, and he will fight.
That's great and fine. But if you can't,
that's all you need out of your quarterback for now.
You need to be able to throw accuracy. The rest of the stuff comes over time. You can't do it. You're not the guy. Sorry,
we both already told you that. He drops dimes, my guy, when he needs to drop dimes. When it's clutch situations, Jalen Hurts is dropping in the breadbasket.
Sometimes I've seen him all the times.
When did he not? You can always argue about Jalen Hurts' first half stats. You can never really argue about his second half stats.
Second half stats. I care about a quarterback that wins me games.
And he's about to give you. If he win this week, we win next week. That's 10 games, my guy. Everybody thought we were winning 3 games this year.
Did Jalen Hurts show good in the first half?
Did he show good in the first half versus the Giants? 3 to 6 games, and he's already over that. We had 8 games, my guy. That he's
Jalen Hurts
over
showed
500
you last week in the first half. Did you not? Would you not frustrate with Jalen Hurts?
How many games did Jalen won though?
This year. I don't even know.
This year, it's easy for you. It's 7 because he didn't play 1. We got 8 wins. That's 7 games.
It's because of him or the running game. It's because of him or the running game.
Well, he's part of the running game.
He is part of the running game. That's what
he needs to run.
Quarterback is.
He needs to run.
No, he doesn't need to run, but he is part of the running game.
Just like running, they run the football with him. Why are they running the football with him?
Especially when you got those.
You saw what he did without his arm.
Sanders, and now you got Howard in there, and then you have Jalen Hurts. Y'all are still doing the RPOs because I've seen them. It's just
they started doing
the ball off more. I feel that if Jalen Hurts just drop backs 45 times a game like what he's been doing, y'all are going to be trash again.
That's just stupid for any quarterback. But you can even say that about when Mahomes, they did that, try to do that shit with Mahomes earlier this year. And they were garbage, dude. They were only 2-5 because they tried to make Mahomes pass the ball like 40 times a game.
Well, that defense,
and
Mahomes is a cannon.
2 of the best receivers in the
Mahomes
game.
is a
They tried to make
arm.
him throw, and they lost all those games because they tried to make him into the guy he's not.
That defense was bad. That defense was bad. And look, he was throwing.
But you can't say that Mahomes had good games.
Interceptions in a precedent we've never seen before. He was throwing interceptions on a scale we've never seen before.
What? In the Super Bowl? He stunk it versus that.
This year in the beginning of the season.
This year, the beginning of the year. Patrick Mahomes was throwing interceptions unlike we've never seen when it comes to Patrick Mahomes, because we've never seen him do that. And then you pile that on with a horrible defense, which is the reason why they lost a lot of their first 7 games. But he got his act together. He stopped throwing interceptions. I don't know what the run to pass ratio is right now, what he was throwing, but the defense came alive after that Cowboys game.
And they started running the ball.
And they started running the ball, and they started playing lights out. And they started playing
football is a total team sport. You have to do both. You can't just be all pass.
And the quarterback's the biggest position on that team.
You can't just be all pass. Every team runs the ball. That's what setting up the pass is. It's running to set up the pass. You don't pass to set up the pass.
But if your quarterback is making unemployed balls
right now because he tried to pass to set up the pass, and that's why he's unemployed.
He needs to pass to be a successful quarterback. Or do you expect him to run all the time? He has to be able to read a defense, and he can't. There's limitations to him.
Balanced. A balanced offense is usually the team.
You have to be able to read a defense too, and he struggles with that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does he struggle with reading the defense sometimes? When there's
does he struggle, or does he not ever in his life have seen some of these defensive calls that he's freaking out? You gotta look at it. I even go even deeper with this. It's funny that you said that. I even go even deeper with this. I go, guys, look at this. You got a first-year defensive coordinator. Do you really think this guy knows all the freaking scout looks to give Jalen Hurts in practice? For real. These are all rookie. This is like unprecedented. Like no other team usually comes in with rookie offensive coordinator, rookie defensive coordinator, rookie head coach. There's not a team that I can remember that's ever done that. Just come in straight rookies off the jump. Like you can't give some knowledge of anything. Like Jalen's going against scout team defense made by a rookie defensive coordinator. Like what the hell are you expecting this guy to do? You're expecting him to be Superman
to be better
when
with his accuracy.
He doesn't even have a cape.
He has 2 number 1 receivers, number 2 and number 1.
Who?
What are you talking about? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, how many yards does Quest Watkins have? As much love as I love Quest, don't get me wrong.
Why is he not getting open?
It's because he's not
open
always open. Do every single receiver on our rosters have routes where they're cutting short and trying to do other things as opposed to running a route the way a veteran receiver would do it. They're all young. They haven't even understood how to break down these receivers and DBs, man. Like these guys are young. No young people
it can't be criticized.
It takes time to develop, man. It just
so
takes
he can't
time.
be criticized now. I'm just criticism. I'm not saying he can't get better, but there's some things that I don't like about him, and you are acting like that's a bad thing to criticize him. You find
but the things you're talking about, you criticize him on. It's just like things that he can't.
He struggles with reading the defense.
Is that what you say?
He got wide open versus the Giants last week, and he missed them. Devontae Smith had to go up and get the ball. That's a horrible throw.
We already explained what happened. That one pass that he missed.
3 passes.
So what other passes did he miss last week?
He missed Devontae Smith. Devontae had to go up and get the ball. Devontae had to go up and get the ball.
Did he catch the ball, Eaglechamp?
But it's still a bad throw. He just made Jalen Hurts look good. That's all.
Or did he put it in a position to where Jalen Hurts can?
That sideline pass.
Was that not a sideline pass? I'm talking about the one where Devontae had to go up and get the ball.
Was that not a dime?
Giants.
We had to go up and get the ball in the end zone, and he dropped it. Are you talking about that one?
No, I'm talking about the one where he went up and caught the ball up in the air last week versus Giants.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
You didn't see the one where Devontae went up and got the ball?
The only one that I know where Devontae went up to get a ball was in the end zone because he was double covered and thrown.
And that was a horrible
in the back of the end zone.
Because why aren't you throwing double coverage? That was a double coverage.
I don't know. I don't know who else was open. I don't know if anyone else was wide open. I don't know. I don't remember if anyone was chasing Jalen Hurts or he had to make a play.
There was nobody chasing him.
There's a whole bunch of
That's a bottom line. You're talking about a play. Why did he do that? He threw to his number one receiver, hoping that the number one receiver be a number one receiver.
In double coverage?
Who cares? You saying that? If you're saying that, then he should never throw the ball to anybody that was covered.
He should throw it away.
Devontae Smith's always going to be double coverage. He's the best receiver on our team.
And there's other receivers you target.
Jalen Hurts put the ball in a position to where only Devontae can go up and get it.
Okay.
You want to talk about throwing the ball away? He put it up in a position to where Devontae can jump up and try to one-hand catch the ball and come down, and it didn't happen.
There's some throws where I saw Jalen Hurts being inaccurate. And there's
You're
some throws that I'm like,
he's inaccurate from.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he stinks. I'm not saying we should get rid of him. I'm saying he needs to improve. When people are jumping on the bandwagon,
he's a first-year quarterback.
He's in his second year.
First year. Last offseason, did he have?
Can you vote him as rookie of the year?
Did he have offseason last year? Eaglechamp. Even when people say this, he had no offseason last year because no one did because they had COVID. And by the time he only got first-team reps when we played the Saints because that's when Carson Wentz was so bad that we actually started giving him first-team reps. Before then, Jalen didn't have. So that's last 4 games of the season last year and this offseason. That's not what any other starting quarterback has in terms of their first year of quarterbacking.
We just love put quarterbacks on pedestals, right? I mean, we can't even criticize.
I'm not putting him on a quarterback. I'm just saying, dude.
You're sitting there saying
you're asking the guy to be perfect. For one, there's no perfect quarterback.
What did I say he was being perfect? I said he needs to be better. He needs to be better. We can't have that. We can't have a quarterback that improves.
A little bit better.
Okay.
But it's not like the guy's trash.
I didn't say he was trash. I didn't say he was trash. I said I would have him next year. What are you talking about? I said he needs to improve. His reading his defense is horrible, and he got to get better. But that's all some things I'm like, all right, he's a guy.
Good for a first-year quarterback. That's
he's
what
not
I'm
in
saying.
His first year. Can you put him in the rookie of the year this year? Can you put him in the rookie of the year?
He's a Pro Bowl alternate.
He's not a Pro Bowl. He's not. What is he? Pro what?
He's not a Pro Bowl alternate.
Man, that Pro Bowl's a joke. Only fans vote for him. He's not a Pro Bowl. If it was real experts, he would not be in a Pro Bowl. He's not a Pro Bowler. He didn't show me he's a Pro Bowler. Now y'all reaching. He's not a Pro Bowler. Devontae Smith should be Pro Bowl because he's making his quarterback better.
Is he better than Jalen Waddle? Is he better than Jamar Chase?
Yes. If he's
no, he's not. What are you talking about? Devontae Smith not better than either one of those 2 receivers.
If you don't think Devontae Smith goes to Miami, not Miami, the Bengals, and have a better year than Jamar Chase, you don't think they would have the exact same stats with a decent quarterback?
I don't know about that. Jamar Chase is a different receiver.
Jalen Hurts is inaccurate. He's inaccurate sometimes, but he could get better. I'm not saying he stinks.
But I'm saying every quarterback's inaccurate. So
and I didn't say he can't get better. You acting like I said he stinks. We need to get rid of him. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he doesn't show me he's a franchise quarterback now. He needs to improve a little bit more. Got to see more out of him. All I'm saying. You out here talking about.
But you're not giving him credit for the things he's done already.
I gave him credit. What are you talking about? You've been on my channel.
He's the number 1 rushing touchdown quarterback we ever had.
Did you see me versus the Saints?
He's top 10.
Did you see the Saints game? I give him credit.
3 games, the last 4 games or whatever, he's over 100 QBR. It's like he's led our teams in rushing for half the season.
Most of the time, which quarter? Which quarter? When they were down, how many points? How many points were they mostly down by? And he starts coming back. I'm not praising him after he has garbage stats.
But even like the last game, we were down by 3 points. Who cares? 3 points
against the Giants? In the first half, he was horrible. In the second half, he played better. I give you that. But there was some.
The first quarter, he was horrible. Second quarter, he wasn't that bad.
In the second half, he was still underthrowing receivers. They just made good catches. And that's all I'm saying. He needs to improve his accuracy. He needs to read defense better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he stinks. I like Jalen Hurts. I like his mindset. I want to be the guy. But there's some things that I'm not going to baby him with. And y'all want me to sit there and say he does
it's not about babying. It's just like realizing
criticize him. We're going to put everybody else, but not him. I'm tired of Eagle fans.
And a lot of things incorporate into Jalen Hurts' game. Like I said before, if you add all those touchdowns that were dropped or called back because receivers were out of bounds,
all his touchdowns that he missed.
You talking about a leading quarterback in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be leading stats. Just like anybody. Take those 2 Goddard drops. right? The week before. Now you're looking at a whole. He threw for what? 299. Now you're looking at like at least 390,
he missed so many
400
receivers. I've counted
yards.
many times he missed so many receivers wide
Pass,
open.
man. Like I'm saying, like Jalen's been
He's missed
doing
some
what he can
receivers
do.
too.
And the receivers drop shit too.
Oh, Jalen Hurts only threw for 200 yards last game.
So let's screw this. Jalen Hurts is there's no criticizing him or nothing. There's no criticizing him or nothing. You're supposed to sit there. You're supposed to get what you get, and you can't criticize him because Eagle fans have a pedestal for him. He's God.
Not about
can't do it.
Pedestal
Obviously
and all that shit. It's about him being a first-year quarterback.
He's not in his
That's all it's about.
He's in his second year.
No, starting. You don't get those starting reps until you're the starter.
He looked better last year than he looked this year. He does. I saw a quarterback that could throw the ball. This year, I don't know. And I'm not saying he's bad. Y'all running around attacking me because I'm saying that he needs to work on his accuracy.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just stating.
Does Jalen Hurts have inaccurate issues? Yes or no, Bird Gang?
Does he miss throws? But does every quarterback
That's not my question.
Throws?
Is he inaccurate sometimes?
It's like, yes, it's just as inaccurate as any other quarterback.
And he needs to work on that because teams are going to
just like every other quarterback in the league that's been there for years. That's the difference that I think people don't understand what I'm talking about. Is he's his first year starting as opposed to you're comparing him to all these other quarterbacks. You got guys that been in the league like Tom Brady, been in the league for how many years now?
Tom Brady,
and he still misses throws. Tom Brady misses throws all the time.
He's not on Jalen Hurts' level. Jalen Hurts is not even better than Tom Brady
all the time.
You mean Jalen Hurts isn't on Tom Brady's level? Nah.
Yeah, whatever. And he also has receivers that were not even you give Tom Brady, as much as I hate Tom Brady, you give him Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins, you don't think he's doing damage with those two? And Goddard?
Depends who the offensive coordinator is. And
depends on who the coach is for the team.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
I've said
Bill Belichick right now. Bill Belichick and Bruce Arians?
It's not the players, it's the coaching.
Yes.
So Nick Sirianni hasn't done his job.
Nick
Sirianni hasn't done his job.
They didn't have Bruce Arians.
Y'all love me excuses for this guy.
Bruce Arians schemes up that stuff for Tom Brady to look good.
Really?
And he has an all-star cast. He got 3 fucking starting receivers. We don't even have one bona fide legit receiver.
Devontae Smith is a bona fide receiver.
Dude, he's good.
Because his quarterback is underthrowing him and
for a rookie.
His accuracy stinks.
He's definitely good, but he's not no freaking Evans, freaking Godwin, and
he would miss him too.
Brown.
He would miss him too.
You're tripping. Those are 3 starting receivers. That's more weapons, my guy.
More weapons just to miss them, right?
The top quarterbacks got the most weapons.
And they hit the receivers. They do.
It's not all the time that they're hitting the receivers.
Jalen Hurts missed most of them anyway.
What I'm saying is they're not always throwing the perfect passes. They got elite receivers that make the play. Just like that's why we give Quez Watkins so much praise on our team. Is because Quez goes up and grabs the ball regardless of how the ball's thrown. That's your job as a receiver. It's not quarterback. The quarterback is to give the receiver the best opportunity to catch the ball.
And he doesn't do that. Goes and gets the inaccurate. Ball. He's inaccurate. He's inaccurate. He can't read the defense. Those are things that he needs to work on to be the guy. Because defense is going to adjust to him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he stinks. I'm not saying we should get rid of him. I'm saying he has some limitations that he needs to work on.
Well, of course he does. He's a first-year starting quarterback.
He's not a first-year. Why y'all say that? He's in his second year.
He's a first-year starting quarterback.
He's a second-year quarterback.
A second-year quarterback that's
starting quarterback. Full season. Yes.
Where it's his offense, where he's taking all the first-team reps.
We're not saying he's not saying he's a rookie. He's saying he's a first-year starter because that's what he is.
That's what he is.
You can't argue with these people. I mean they have Jalen Hurts as like the next. They already have him in mindset that everybody else is fault but Jalen Hurts. It's crazy because I see on Instagram how people tell me I'm a hater because I'm pointing at the flaws. If we don't want to criticize a quarterback,
but the thing is, see, that's what it's at. It's not about that you can't. We all criticize Jalen for
obviously not because we blame everybody else.
We do,
Jalen Hurts
but at
is
the same time, the realists understand that it's his first year. He hasn't seen every defense. Champ.
Excuses.
Excuses that every quarterback has.
He's in the second.
It's not one quarterback. Peyton Manning, 16 for 16 his rookie year, but he still was a beast at the end of the day. He still had to learn defenses. He still had to learn how to adapt the way players, defenses play against him.
He's not on Peyton Manning's level at all. I don't even know why we bringing him
Because
up.
Peyton was a pocket quarterback.
Peyton Manning also didn't have
Jalen Hurts was a second rounder.
Jalen's a second rounder. Peyton Manning
and his college issues go back to what we see now. He can't read a defense well, and he struggles with coverages. He doesn't have that, and you have to be able to do it.
That's your argument. All I say is name one quarterback that didn't struggle.
What are you talking about?
Name one quarterback that didn't struggle reading defenses.
In his second year?
Any quarterback. Any quarterback, really. Name one quarterback that didn't struggle, my guy. You can't expect quarterbacks to know things.
You can't expect quarterbacks to do their job. All right.
That they don't know. We have, like, if we had, like, say, a Wade Phillips as our defensive. Listen, champ. If we had a guy like Wade Phillips as our defensive coordinator, this is a veteran defensive coordinator setting up our scout team, putting the defense out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jalen get to realize from a veteran coach putting things in his face all day, every day. That's different. We have a rookie defensive coordinator never
and Nick Sirianni hasn't done his job?
Nick did not do his job the first 6 games.
When?
Can you say he did?
When? Which time?
The first 6 games of the season. Nick threw the ball 40, 50 times a game. That's not how you win football games.
Because Jeff Lurie wants a pass-happy offense. He wants the one.
Who cares what the GM wants? That's not realistic. Nobody. Like I just told you, Patrick Mahomes, when they start running the ball, is when Patrick's got right this year. The first 6 games or 8 games of the season, Patrick Mahomes were like 2-6.
So now we love bringing the pass.
Dude.
This is what we bring up the pass. Yes, I was on the Jalen Hurts ride, but I'm going to criticize him when I criticize him. The same people, as much as, and I criticized Carson when he did this, but I guess we love picking and choosing.
Carson Wentz only sucked in
his second year
because that whole year Carson Wentz, when he first had his first bad year,
and
right?
I gave him criticism.
Listen. That first year Carson Wentz had his bad season. Mm-hmm. We were the number 1 drop ball passing team in the league.
Which year?
Number 1 drop passes.
Which year?
Carson threw the ball where it needs to go. The motherfuckers didn't catch the ball. You can't blame that on Carson.
I didn't say, and I said Jalen. I gave Carson Wentz credit. You didn't listen to me. I'm not just putting up for Carson.
And even after that,
I gave Carson Wentz criticism, and people told me I was a hater. You can't win with the city of Philadelphia. You can't criticize your quarterback. It's automatically hater.
But there's circumstances that make things happen. If you're throwing the ball 50 times a game, I'm telling you like this: no offense in the NFL is winning throwing the ball 50, 60 times a game.
I disagree.
Name one.
I disagree. You put any quarterback right now.
Name one.
Josh Allen.
He doesn't throw. They don't run
with that offense with Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins. With that
they don't run the ball. They don't pass the ball 50 times a game.
Who doesn't? The Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. And they don't even have an elite running back.
But you're sitting there. Yeah, exactly. You got Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard. Miles Sanders is pretty good, isn't he? He's better than what they have in Buffalo.
How many times did Miles get the ball the first 6 games of the season? Isn't that the reason why Miles was pissed?
Well, part of it because he can't stay healthy.
Was that the reason why Miles was pissed? Was it not?
He dances too much. There's no problem with Miles Sanders. He dances too much, and he also gets hurt. He's out again.
Shady McCoy danced. Barry Sanders, the best running back of all time.
And I had my issues with him, too.
Danced.
I had my issues with him, too.
That part has no relevance in terms of your running style.
Shady McCoy dances, but he also hit the holes. Miles Sanders dances until he has no holes.
Miles Sanders almost has 1,000-yard rushing. He hadn't even played most of the season.
Who?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders has 1,000 yards.
He hadn't even played most of the season because he got hurt.
Because of who? Because he had Jordan Howard a little bit, and he also had rotation. But before he wasn't even
getting What does Jordan Howard have to do with Miles Sanders?
Jordan Howard helps Miles Sanders, honestly.
Jalen Hurts helps Miles Sanders. You heard Miles
because
Sanders.
He can run.
You heard Miles Sanders, the game that meant you play. They asked Miles Sanders in the press conference. He goes, how's it running behind Jalen Hurts compared to Minshew? And he told him straight up, he goes, it's a lot harder running the ball behind Minshew because he does not pull the coverage like Jalen Hurts does. They have to worry about Jalen Hurts running the ball. That's why a lot of these running lanes are wide open. And we have a top offensive line.
We care about players' feelings. I don't care about their feelings. Who's winning me a championship? Is Jalen Hurts winning me a championship the next few to 5 years? I don't know. I don't see it. It's just being real with you.
This year. There's no 100%. We can win this year, run the ball the way we run it.
Now, if his accuracy is not getting better.
So the
we are winning for running the ball.
So the Buffalo Bills throw the ball. I think when I'm looking at less than 30 times a game, I think like 5 times. They're on average, like when I'm looking at their stats, the Bills.
Joe Burrow is a perfect example.
Josh Allen dropped back almost 60 times against Tampa Bay. They lost, but almost 60 times. 47 times against New England, they won. 34 times against Carolina, they won.
Josh Allen can throw a better ball than Jalen
because Buffalo doesn't run the ball. Buffalo doesn't run the ball. But
they don't need to. They don't need to. Josh Allen can throw with an arm. He's an arm. He's an arm. Jalen Hurts doesn't have a big arm like Josh Allen.
Does he have?
But Josh Allen has been what? He's in the league 4 or 5 years now? 4 years?
Yes.
He's made to a divisional round.
And Josh Allen got the guy named Diggs over there, who's one of the best receivers in the league.
And Devontae Smith is not. Devontae Smith is a number 1 pick. We got Jalen Hurts.
He's a number 1 pick. I'm not hating on Devontae's stats, my guy. I'm just saying he's still a rookie.
Receiver. He's made Jalen Hurts better than
put his rookie. He's not even. He doesn't have more yards or stats.
He's almost 100,000 yards passing with Deshaun Jackson. What are you talking about?
Not just all
100,000 yards more. What?
He's almost passing Deshaun Jackson in receiving yards.
I don't think anyone has 100,000 yards.
Devontae Smith is close to that. Look it up.
Look at 100,000.
Not 100,000. Maybe 1,000. I don't know the stats, but you're saying 100,000. I don't think
he's doing good for a rookie.
Deshaun Jackson had 912 yards as a rookie. Devontae Smith is 82 yards away from
passing Deshaun Jackson yards, man. That's what I saw last time.
He has 80 yards or 90 yards away from breaking Deshaun Jackson's record in these last 2 games.
That's not good.
That's good.
Just imagine if he had a decent quarterback who could throw better. How much he would have. You put Joe Burrow on the Eagles right now. They're having better numbers with Devontae Smith.
Is doing that on a team that doesn't pass the ball anymore. They mainly run. Y'all mainly run the ball. So Devontae Smith is.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
Because that's our strength.
No,
our line is set up to run the ball, my guy.
If you want,
we have monsters on our
line. To throw it, and they couldn't do it.
Cowboys, so 3 Super Bowls, the Cowboys won.
Because
they had Michael Irvin, they had
without the running game.
Troy Aikman, but at the bottom end of the day, they had Emmitt Smith running through holes that were sizes of buses.
Yeah,
the line does that.
Yeah, not 900 yards. Yep, right. I just don't know why
they were good. Irvin's is a Hall of Famer, but guess what?
And he had an accurate quarterback.
Sets that up.
He had an accurate quarterback.
Emmitt Smith is a Hall of Famer. Troy Aikman was no world-beating quarterback. Troy Aikman won championships because Emmitt Smith was the dude.
He's overrated. He had one of the best.
Troy Aikman was one of the most accurate passers in his time. I'm just saying.
Because he had a good offensive line. He has everything around him.
It had nothing to do with offensive line. Him being able to throw the ball with accuracy. That has nothing to do with.
But I will tell you one thing that it had something to do with. Emmitt Smith rushing for all those yards.
The run game. But even what I'm saying is.
Because they had the number 1 best offensive line in the league.
Is that because you're able to throw the ball with accuracy, that has nothing to do with your wide receivers. That has nothing to do with your. But
do you think every last one of those throws he threw to Irving?
To do with that.
Do you think all those throws to Irving was 100% on the money?
You what?
Do you think all those throws to Irving?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is
Irving made plays because he's an elite receiver.
Yes. Okay. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is Emmitt Smith. I'm sorry. Troy Aikman was one of the most accurate passers of his time. I think he had like a 80-something% completion rate, somewhere around there. It was high for that time. Even and this is
that makes no sense where you're hiding because Devontae Smith's going up and getting the ball. Hurts is on the phone.
That makes exact sense because Jalen still gets in the ball.
So you don't think he's a better receiver?
So you don't think he's a better receiver?
You don't think he's a better receiver?
Throwing it to only where Devontae Smith can catch the ball. That's where he's throwing the ball.
Devontae Smith had to tell him in Chargers how to throw the ball. Don't you remember him telling him, "Yo, pass it up a little bit," because he couldn't throw. He had to teach his quarterback how to throw. He was inaccurate.
Champ.
He missed most of them. Just put Jalen Hurts on the pedestal. Like, you can't criticize him.
It's not about putting him on pedestal. It's about just realizing he's the first-year quarterback.
He's not in
And
his first
he's
year.
going to
He's in
get
his
better
second
once
year.
time goes on.
I hope he
But
does.
until that time comes,
I
we
hope he does.
cannot judge him off of
Why can't I not
anything.
judge
Just gotta
him?
let him play.
So I can't judge a second-year quarterback now?
First year starter. There's a
Again,
difference.
he's not a rookie. He's not a
First year
rookie.
starting.
He's in his second year, and I can't criticize him.
Like, why don't you understand the difference from a first year starter to someone that's been
Because
starting for
he's
2
in his
years?
second year.
Like,
Could you
that's
put
what I don't
Jalen Hurts in a
understand.
rookie conversation of rookie of the year? No, you can't.
Okay.
You can't.
But
He's not calling him a rookie. He's calling him a
But
first-year
starter. It's a definition
his
of what?
first year starting stats are better than the rookie stats going on right now.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because you have his first year stats in 4 games. He had almost 1,100 yards in what was it? Game 15.
4 games, yeah.
In game 15,
I'm overly critical.
barely
No, I just
reaching
think you just
3,000.
like sticking up for him. Y'all Hurts fans. You're not real. You're Eagle fans, but you'll want to stick up for Hurts. Hurts is not playing as best as he can, and I criticism. Y'all say I'm haters. Well, which one is it? Do you want me to criticize the quarterback or you don't? Because this is what I'm going to criticize him when he stinks. And in the first half of the Giants, he stunk. He was missing receivers wide open, and we will say, but he had nothing around him. He has 2 receivers. If they're starting another team, they'll produce some more. It's
Quez Watkins.
Quez Watkins is a starter in the league. He is.
Big play,
Or you think John's is that good?
Okay, hold on. Champ, put it like this.
Play, what you're saying is correct. Champ wants perfection football.
I don't. Where did you get that from? I want a quarterback that's progressing.
Like, the guy has rookie and first-year receivers. Our receiving core is nowhere near what Tom Brady has.
And I gave you one. Joe Burrow is making Jamar Chase better.
Any other good quarterback in the league has, my guy. These are all young bucks.
If you put Jamar Chase on the Eagles, are they doing the exact same thing?
Who?
Is Jamar Chase doing the exact same thing he does in Cincinnati? Because I can tell you he's not.
It's a possibility.
No, it's not. Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow can throw with accuracy. Jamar Chase is a big
physical receiver that gets open from his physicality.
So is Devontae Smith is a
skinny
he
guy
can go up and make the catches.
That gets open from his route running. That's 2 different skill sets.
So you're saying Devontae Smith? So you're saying Jalen Hurts isn't going to do? You're saying Jamar Chase is not going to have the same season?
Who's drafted first, champ?
Huh?
Who's drafted first?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying
it doesn't matter because obviously people thought that Jamar Chase was better than Devontae Smith. Obviously, people thought that Jalen Waddle was better than Devontae Smith.
Well,
and obviously, both of those guys have better stats than Devontae Smith.
Why is that? Because they got a quarterback that can
throw.
Tua
is not a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
I see him throw a little bit, but he's not better. No, he's not. But Joe Burrow is. Joe Burrow is
okay, but Waddle has more stats than Devontae Smith because Waddle was a better receiver.
But he is an arm a little bit. Jalen Hurts struggles with deep balls, and he's underthrown them.
I would put Tua and Jalen Hurts right next to each other.
I mean, that's bad. That's bad. That's horrible.
And I think Jalen's better than.
Well, right now, as you see it, as they're both very young and learning.
You can't criticize the quarterbacks anymore. They're off limits, especially Jalen Hurts.
You got to look at this, though. Look at this, Boyz4life. Waddle had also Fuller and Devontae Parker. Those are 2 experienced receivers to help him get open.
Wasn't Devontae Parker benched for a little bit?
I'm talking about the wide receivers. I'm talking about.
Wasn't Devontae Smith benched? I mean, Devontae Parker benched for a little bit.
Better weapons in general.
Oh, the Dolphins have better weapons than the Eagles?
Yes.
Devontae Parker is better than Quez
Waddle is not better than Devontae Smith.
And Fuller is better than
Waddle is not better than Devontae Smith.
We're not talking about the number one. We're talking about
Devontae Parker is not better than Quez Watkins.
The wide receiving core. You're talking about the wide receiving core. Quez Watkins is not better than Parker or Fuller. And Rager is definitely not better than either one of those 2 guys. Definitely not better than one of those 2 guys. So the Dolphins, as a wide receiving core, have better weapons than what the Eagles have.
Facts.
Look, I'm all saying is Jalen Hurts. There's stuff that he needs to work on. And everybody gets so upset. And listen, I didn't say he was bad. Y'all think I'm saying he's bad. He's inaccurate sometimes. You got to work on that. Because it only takes you so far. If you're not able to sit in the pocket, read defenses, you're not winning anything. Name me one running quarterback
to get you
that
open,
does win a championship.
That's the point that you're missing about the whole thing.
Name me one running quarterback that's winning a championship. That won a championship.
Get better, then you're gonna struggle a little bit.
Name me one running quarterback that's won a championship.
Basketball where you can start fucking all freshmen and get you to the NCAA championship basketball game. This ain't.
What
this
does basketball have to do with football? Hold up. Basketball and football, two separate sports.
You can't win with a rookie. A first-year starter, a rookie wide receiver.
Again, he's not a first-year starter. He's in his second year. Stop saying he's a first-year starter. He's in his second year.
But that doesn't mean he's not a first-year starter.
This is his first year starting.
Did he start last year, Champ?
Full season.
Did he start last year?
He didn't start last year until 4 games left in the season. He wasn't a starter last year. He was a backup that took the starting role, but he wasn't a starter. This is his first year starting. He didn't. You have a wide receiver who is in his rookie season with garbage wide receivers around him, and
Jalen Hurts.
I said you have a rookie wide receiver with garbage wide receivers around him in Jalen Reagor and Quez Watkins.
Quez Watkins not garbage. What the hell are you talking about? Have you watched him?
But he's not.
Have you watched him? Have you watched him?
He's not. Have you watched him? He's not a good wide receiver. Yeah, I've watched him.
How is he going to be a good receiver when his quarterback's not hitting his reads? Y'all don't make sense. Y'all don't make sense. Y'all don't make sense.
He's not a guy that is constantly open and that they throw to. He's not that
guy. BS.
Okay, so you're telling me that Quez Watkins is always open and Jalen Reagor is so bad at reading defenses that he just misses Quez Watkins all the time.
He struggles with reading defenses, yes. And there's many times Watkins was wide open. He can't read them. Just like the guy to play. Are you serious? Come on, man. Y'all can't be serious.
Like, you tell me that Jalen Hurts is comparing the guys together, Champ, for real. Like, you got to realize what they got, what he don't got. Like, and then even like I said, all that stuff comes back to, hey, those guys you're talking about got receivers.
And that's why you're different than me, because I'm not afraid to criticize my quarterback.
Even Jamar Chase has freaking Boyd, and he has Higgins.
And he has a quarterback that can throw.
Over the league. No, but all that stuff matters.
But Burrow was the #1 overall draft pick in the 2020 season.
Now Jalen Hurts is a second-round quarterback. Hurts is a second-round pick. He's an early second-round pick. Who? Are you serious right now? Hurts.
Yeah,
he's a 43.
To me, that was a reach. I think Jalen Hurts could have gone to the 3rd round. He could have gone a round later. To me, that was.
He was second the highest, man. Like,
but
Jalen Hurts in his college year, that senior year, that last year, he had better stats than Joe Burrows.
Y'all fans love putting him on the pedestal.
It was CeeDee Lamb or bust for Jalen Hurts.
But even if you say CeeDee Lamb, it's like Lamb wasn't that good without Hurts either.
Did you see what he did with Baker Mayfield?
You know, the year before, Lamb didn't put up those numbers that he put up with Hurts.
No, you can't say that CeeDee Lamb was balling it.
He didn't put up the same numbers he put up with Hurts. Facts.
Because they changed the offense up for him.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb was
but you can say that, but you can say whatever you want. I'm just saying Lamb wasn't as good until he got Jalen Hurts.
And I saw many times even in the NFL where he's missing receivers wide open. So you can't sit there and say the receivers not get open, because we see many times, even
it's the NFL, it's not college football, my guy.
Yeah, I know it's not college football, because if it was college football, we'd be talking about stats. I'm talking about quarterback. Was he improving? He's not improving.
Why do you think he's not improving? Is what I'm talking about.
With Baker Mayfield, he had almost 1,200 yards, and with Jalen Hurts, he had almost 1,400 yards. I mean, there's a 200 yards difference for CeeDee Lamb, but I mean, they were pretty much the same.
I mean, a different offense too.
10 yards is a lot more though. What was the touchdowns for both years?
Hold on, let me go back and look. 11 and 14. 11 with Mayfield in 18 and Hurts in 14.
Slash, you can't compete with the Hurts fans. They always will be defending this guy, even though he's not making progress. They'll sit there and say, "But you can't criticize him. He needs something." Can't criticize my quarterback now, and that's what it's become. Everybody is so against you for criticizing Jalen Hurts.
They're not against you, champ. I'm just saying you got to look at more things than what you look at. Like you look at one area of it, and you got to look at the whole total picture. Like me criticizing. You got to look at coaches. You got to look at weapons.
And now it's coach. Nick Sirianni's been playing better. What are you talking about? Nick Sirianni's been playing his ass off.
We said he's coached better since he started running the ball. The first 6 games, everybody wanted him out of the freaking out of team.
Because I knew the quarterback was struggling.
It wasn't the quarterback's problem. The reason why we didn't win those first games.
He's not making progression. He's still doing the exact same thing. We see one good year of him, and he goes back and tries to run. Why are you running? The offensive line has been doing good for him. Stay in the pocket and make your reads.
Like we put him in. Won 2 games standing in the pocket.
Because of who? Because of who? And we barely.
He barely won the last 2 games?
The Washington game, he did good.
Well, he stood in the pocket and was able to make his reads because
the Cowboys game, the Chargers game, the Chargers game, he stunk. He stunk. The Chargers game, he wasn't good.
Those guys at Washington, that's a good defensive line, though. Washington defense sucks, but it's not because of their defensive line.
They weren't that good. They're most overrated.
Their number one draft pick all across the board.
Defensive end. Washington's most overrated defense. They're absolutely garbage. They're not good.
Allen and Payne are 2 of the best defensive tackles in the league.
This year's Washington's defense has been trash.
Exactly. And he struggled with them.
Defense, but you can't say that Payne and Allen aren't fucking 2 of the best defensive tackles in the league.
We just love to make excuses for him. All I'm going to say is he needs to improve. And that's why some of the Eagle fans, I just don't understand. Like, I respect the
I say he needs to improve too.
Then why you get upset when I criticize him?
The improvement comes over time. Like, the things you're expecting to do. Like,
did he show you he was the quarterback last week? Did he show you that?
Yeah.
He did? He did?
Yeah.
All right, well, now you and I have 2 different
He had a bad first quarter, came back, ball.
And he was still unthrown
like any other quarterback does.
Like I said, the receivers made up. Devontae Smith made wonderful catches. He made wonderful catches. Because Devontae's that damn good. And I bet you right now.
Did you just say Payne is not good and he's a Payne is pretty good?
I think you said Devontae.
No, I said Devontae Smith's a baller.
No, not him. I'm saying Slasher just said.
Oh, Slasher.
He's all right. He's all right.
Yes,
but they're most overrated defense.
What are you talking about, my guy? Like Payne and Allen both are beasts.
They are. But here's the thing. They're literally playing like trash this year. They're trash. And they're not a good defense. They're not good. Washington is not good.
There's like 11 players in that defense. The defensive line is not the problem.
Mitch Kosky, shout out to you. I criticize us all the time. If you don't, I don't know what you guys are seeing. Listen, obviously Jalen Hurts is on God level, so we can't criticize him.
He's not on God level.
Then why you have a problem with me criticizing him?
I don't have a problem with you criticizing. I just have a problem with you not understanding the whole
because I go harsh
scheme of football and the whole that
because he's not making his progressions.
Struggling this year. It's not just Jalen Hurts. It's like there's a whole bunch of quarterbacks, all your best top elite quarterbacks. That's why I told you name me a quarterback that's not struggling this year.
Makes that team better with just his accuracy.
Because he just had a 500-yard game. You're gonna say this guy's elite. Joe Burrow had bad games this year.
Jalen Hurts has most of them. Most of them.
He had one bad game.
He didn't have one bad game. The Chargers game, he was absolutely awful.
I mean, okay.
Absolutely awful.
When you say bad game, do you mean like bad game as a quarterback, bad game as a playmaker, bad game? What do you – because as a quarterback, straight up standing in the pocket throwing, Jalen Hurts
he doesn't stay in the pocket.
Bad games.
He doesn't stay in the pocket. He reads one read and he decides to run off.
Well, when your offensive line isn't that great.
I've been one of the best.
And you have good defensive lines coming off the edge, chasing your guy. Of course, you're going to take off.
Because he totes on the ball too much.
Yes. His
offensive line, you put any quarterback on that offensive line, they'll win more games than Hurts. Hurts has struggled with – they said he had one of the best offensive line. There's a stat where he had one of the best offensive line, and he's at his worst.
Right now, because they're gelling, we're clicking.
His offensive line's been good. So you can't say that.
Landon's first game, he struggled. You know, first 2 games, he struggled. Let's say Lane Johnson had 2 games he struggled. When Lane Johnson was out, he came back. He had 2 games of struggling. When you see Sayamala,
that Giants game,
Mailata, when they moved him to right tackle, he struggled. So there hasn't been perfect football in the offensive line either.
So now the offensive line's trash. All right.
I'm not saying they're trash. I'm just saying they had games where they didn't.
Why you make excuses?
Because if they struggle in those 2 games each, that's a lot of games where you got people running down your throat. You're expecting the guy to freaking sit there and
I don't know if Jalen Hurts can be franchise quarterback because I didn't see him set the Panthers game, win a game for me. I didn't see that. The Washington football team was the only one that I saw. But other than that, he goes back. He does good, and he goes back. This Washington team, I saw progression. Then he goes back to the Giants. He struggles. He's missing receivers wide open. Wide open in the touchdown. Why are you throwing to the receiver that's not?
He's inconsistent, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. His accuracy is inconsistent, but you can't say that. You're a hater. Eagle fans call me a hater. I thought our job is to criticize our players.
I never called you a hater.
No, but a lot of people are. Especially Big Play Slade just call me a hater.
Because he just saying though, like
he said you were a hypocrite because you were on Jalen Hurts' dick during the summer, which you were.
Because I didn't know what he was. I waited for a while. Everybody was on Jalen Hurts' dick.
If you don't know what he is, you shouldn't be talking. I know you're
the whole
young,
NFL. First of all,
but what I'm saying is, if you don't know,
hold up. Everybody first of all, that's untrue because everybody was on Jalen Hurts except one person that was not your fan. And I had thoughts of Jalen Hurts being the guy because I saw what he did in practice. I'm like, all right, he could be good. Since then, I changed my opinions. I can't change my opinions now. I can't change my views now. So now I have to stick with what I said before. Y'all just like making shit up, man.
No, I'm not saying you can't change. You can do whatever you want to. Like I'm still on Hurts train.
You can be, and I'm on there too. But he has some issues that he needs to fix. But I've been saying the same things
about him the whole time. Like I've been
he's inaccurate.
About that. Like he needs to improve. Yes, of course. But
that's what it takes to be a
his first year starter. So
what?
First year offensive coordinator. First year everything's fresh, it's new. Jalen Hurts has 5 straight different offensive coordinators.
He gets a pass now. All right.
You should. Why not give him a pass for this?
It's in the second year.
Now next year, right? When Jalen Hurts is our starter next year, right? And Nick Sirianni is our offensive coordinator again next year, right? And these guys come into the season. If Jalen Hurts is still making these same mistakes, then that's when you criticize him the most.
So now he's in his third year. So we have to criticize him in his third year. Okay. All right.
It's the second year in the same offense, third year.
He's in his third year. 2022 technically will be.
Have you played football? Have you played football at all, champ?
I played linebacker when I was little.
Yeah. If you change your offense every single year.
But Jalen Hurts can't read a defense. And that's the thing that I'm worried about. He struggles with reading defenses. And he's inaccurate.
You played linebacker when?
When I was little, I played for the Pendle Wildcats. I didn't play for that long because I ended up quitting. You know what I'm saying? I was little, and had things going on. But I used to play football, yes. Yes.
It's just normal football stuff to me.
What is normal football? So being inaccurate and not reading defense, that's okay? I'm not saying he can't be good. I'm saying he struggles with some things. For some things, he struggles.
Defensive coordinator,
and that's you and I have different perspectives because I can criticize them.
Make your quarterback have a hard time doing it. That's what they get paid to do. They get paid. You don't have to do every single defensive coordinator goes into every freaking game of the year trying to make your quarterback start. That's what they get paid to do. That's their job.
You can't win.
So of course he's going to struggle in his first year. And I told you the list, the long list of quarterbacks their first couple of years struggling.
What's the most important quarterback? What's the most important position on his team right now? What's the most important position on the team? Is it the receiver or is it quarterback?
It's quarterback.
Okay. Quarterbacks are supposed to make your coach better. They're supposed to make your GM better, not the other way around. If
we have a winning record. We had one more game than last year, and Dougie P and Carson was in the league for years. For years, they've been in the league.
So winning record.
Jalen Hurts and Nick winning record first years, and we have a winning record.
Winning record.
So
you got to be serious right now. Winning record.
And Carson Wentz only had one season above 10 wins.
And I said he was trash. And they got criticized for that too. So I'm criticizing both quarterbacks. I'm not sticking up for Jalen Hurts because he's not sitting there praising him every second. I don't do that stuff. I'm a real Eagles fan. I'll criticize him when he needs to criticize. And right now, there's some things he needs to work on. And he hasn't shown me he can be the guy yet. He's inconsistent with his accuracy. He's not reading defense as well. And y'all just sitting there pick and choose what you want to talk about. But you won't talk about the things that he's inaccurate with. And I like the fact he's composed. I love the fact he's a leader. I like all those things. That's why I want him to be the guy. But if you can't throw and you can't read the defense well, and you have to rely on the running game, and you can't be able to do nothing but run, and you're inaccurate with the football, you can't be the guy. Because Tim Tebow, I'm not saying
he's showing you that he can win games by throwing the ball
with his legs. With his legs. He hasn't shown me he can win with his arm.
He didn't even rush for over 50 yards.
But
what are you talking about?
Struggled.
But let's be fair. You faced the Giants and Washington.
And we struggled.
And you struggled in
Do they get paid?
And you struggled in the first half.
Do they get paid to play football? Washington and Giants.
I get it. They get paid to play football, but you straight up struggled against two of the worst teams in the league.
Struggle with 2 plus 30-point games?
You just like make excuses for Jalen Hurts. It is what it is, bro.
If you let me finish.
Not you.
I know. If you let me finish, you struggled in the first half. And because of your defense keeping you in the game and making plays, y'all were able to put, what y'all beat Washington? What was it, like 17-10 or 7?
Should have blew them out. No, that was the Giants game. Our defense came through in the Giants game. Our defense.
Well, the Giants game, you blew them out 34-3 or 10.
Because the defense was giving the Jalen Hurts the ball back.
But Washington was 27-17.
Should have never been like that.
And
defense was horrible.
Let's be real. Jalen Hurts.
He had 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, and 2 rushing and 1 passing.
But he had like 300 yards passing. We care about what he does.
Yeah, rushing. I get it, but he's, to me, a quarterback. I get it, dual threat. Cool. It's great. But to me, a quarterback should be able to stand in the pocket and throw when he needs to. And Hurts can't do that. Hurts needs to run.
Don't say that. You're a hater. Then
have the Pele extended for him to make his plays. He's not a quarterback, a pocket passer.
That's what I'm saying.
How did he get 300 yards?
Because he racked him up in fourth quarters in garbage time.
300 yards against who? The only 2 300-yard games he's had all season was against Kansas City, which no one punted that whole game, and the Dallas Cowboys when their defense was still a little iffy. He had 326 against Dallas.
Oh, so now you're saying Dallas Cowboys, they have like one of the best defenses, but that game is iffy?
I said in week 3 of the season when we were still iffy on our defense, yes.
Okay, so why can't we say the first 6 weeks when our coaching was iffy, you still count that against Jalen Hurts too?
I didn't say anything about that. I never said anything about that. What I've said was about Jalen Hurts being inaccurate. It's more on a lower scale now because you're running the ball a whole lot more than what you were in the first 7 games, where you were throwing the ball 45 times a game. So his inaccuracy and his playmaking ability was on a bigger scale. So you knew what he was. Now it's on a lower scale.
But at the same time with that, you already know that any quarterback throwing the ball really, with rookie head coaches, really rookie receivers or second-year receivers that aren't.
No. I'm going to say he can't throw the ball deep. I'm saying he has inaccurate issues.
Like everybody even said,
I saw him throw the ball. Hold up.
First 6 games, they say any quarterback in his offensive system
Jalen can throw the ball deep. It's just his inaccurate issues. That's all I'm at. Because we've seen him throw the deep ball, so we can't say that. But his timing is bad. He can't read a simple defense. When defense adjusts to him, when they take away his legs, it's like I'd say a Lamar Jackson, a guy that can't read a simple defense. And everybody says, well, look at his stats. I don't care about stats. Are you winning me the game? No, you're not. Because if you put a quarterback on a Ravens
team. But he is. We are 8-7, my guy, in 6 games.
Because of why?
Our coach sucked.
Our coach sucked.
Like this.
You're 8-7 because of the run game. And Jalen Hurts, yes, he's a part of that run game, but it's not Jalen Hurts as a quarterback being able to.
But those losses too have to do because we didn't run the ball. That's a coaching flaw.
Your losses are
that's a coaching flaw with those losses.
No, some of them was Jalen Hurts not making accurate throws.
Okay, so just like Baltimore and Jim, what's the coach's last name?
Lamar stinks.
So because they're able to play to Lamar Jackson's strengths, they're winning. But if they were to build or play to where they have Lamar Jackson standing in the pocket trying to throw, they would lose a lot of games. They would lose a lot of games. So if you're trying to do that with Jalen Hurts as a pure quarterback passer, which he isn't, which is, yeah, you don't need that in the NFL, but you should be able to
to win championship. Yes, you do. You do. You need that.
But you don't. Look how many pure passers. Go through the
what running quarterbacks have won championships? What running quarterbacks have won championships? Name me one.
And name how many of them were just pure
what
passers.
What running quarterback wins championships?
Pure passers?
I can name a bunch of quarterbacks.
What running quarterbacks win championships?
That won. Brad Johnson, freaking Trent Dilfer. Like these are garbage quarterbacks that won because their team was good. Championships are a team-based award. It's not a quarterback-based award.
No one's disputing that. But what we're saying is you still got to be able to stand in the pocket and be able to throw.
Hurts fans,
and Jalen Hurts has yet to prove that to me.
The Hurts fans.
But you're saying that, but you're saying like Brad Johnson, those boys were not that good.
Why are we comparing Brad Johnson to all these guys?
But Brad Johnson was a pocket quarterback. He could stand in the pocket and throw. Jalen Hurts.
Well, game manager at best.
And Jalen Hurts is not a game manager? He's not a game manager?
He's a playmaker.
He's a game manager.
No.
How is he not? He needs a running game. He's another one that needs everything around him. You just complained that you don't need just Devontae Smith. You need Adams.
Because he can't win with he needed a running game, that would mean our running backs were our leading rushers.
You up just until said like that last he needed week, Devontae
our
Adams
running back hasn't been our lead rusher. He was our leading rusher, so he was the running game. So that means he's a playmaker.
That doesn't win you championships. What running quarterback wins you championships? What running quarterback wins you championships?
Aside from
not
Mahomes,
many.
Aside from Mahomes and Russell.
Mahomes is not a running quarterback. He's a gunslinger.
I mean, I think he runs. Well, yeah.
He runs, but he can throw from the pocket. And you've seen him.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is inaccurate.
But you've seen with Mahomes too. When you throw the ball 50 times a game this year, they lost the games earlier this season. It's not a winning formula for football.
Yeah, but last year when they won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, they were basically throwing the ball all the time. I hardly ever saw them run the ball. But in 2019, fans, Mahomes was dropping back like 40, 50 times a game. And this is when he was, like I said, aside from this year, Mahomes was doing what Mahomes does. This year, it was weird to see him have.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to have a bad year. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying?
And they also lost because their defense was playing like trash. It wasn't until the Cowboys game when it seems like whenever anyone's playing the Cowboys, the defense steps up. You know, they started playing well.
I mean, that's all I'm saying, but you can't even say that anymore, bro. It's so critical over you saying Hurts needs a little bit more accurate issue. I mean, it's bad to say that. So why are you upset with it? You sitting there saying everything
like
but.
You're comparing him to players that have been in the league for years, and this is his first start.
Because when I look at Jalen Hurts, I don't see a quarter. Hold up. The reason why I see this is because when I see other quarterbacks, even in the second year, Justin Herbert, he's doing things that I don't see Jalen Hurts doing. Not yet. And he got to work on that.
Herbert got Allen and Williams, two top flight receivers, my guy.
But he also had arm too. What did Phillip Rivers do?
Your arm looks better with your talent.
What did Phillip Rivers do when he was with the Chargers?
If you have top flight receivers, you're going to make your arm look better because they're going to go get the ball.
How come Phillip Rivers couldn't do what Justin Herbert is doing then?
What do you mean? Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer.
But he wasn't having those passing yards like
he had Allen, and Allen was a beast when Phillip Rivers was there.
And I think he's better with Justin Herbert because Herbert can run and he has an arm. He's a guy who can throw it and sling it. Hurts can't do that. He struggles with throwing receivers.
Once again, you're comparing a pocket quarterback.
Yes, I'm comparing a quarterback that he should be.
Quarterback. Can't say that he should be something he's never going to be.
So what do you want Hurts to be? What do you want Hurts to be? Because y'all sit there and say, well, he don't have this. Why can't Hurts not be put on a higher level? Why do we have to baby these players, man? The whole point of YouTube was to criticize them when they do bad. I guess not. Some players are just excusable. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that you can't criticize his passing, but you got to realize also he's never going to be an elite passer.
Well, then he can't be our guy. Then he can't be our guy.
Why? We can win Super Bowl with Hurts.
No, you cannot.
No,
if you can't throw.
He's a gamer.
That don't win you championships. Throwing the ball, accuracy does. Reading defense does. You just live in fantasy world, man. You play Madden too much, man. Hurts is just not the dude. He's not the dude. He has to show me he can lead that team. I don't see a quarterback that wins championships.
You haven't seen a guy that can show you that he can win football games.
I see a guy that's inaccurate most of the time.
But that accuracy caused him to lose football games, or does it inaccuracy?
Yes, part of it is. Part of it is when you're not completing your passes. What are you talking about?
The football game, out of those wins, wouldn't have it all been because of Hurts?
Did I say it was all because of Hurts?
Like, I don't
there's
really
many times where Hurts had a good defense. The defense was playing well and Hurts struggled.
He even had a chance to win that game. Other than that, like, what games have Hurts lost because it was Hurts losing the game? That's the question.
Chargers game, perfect example.
That wasn't Hurts lost. That's our defense.
Hurts was horrible.
What are you talking about? He scored points
in garbage time in the fourth quarter when basically the game was over.
There was
in the
no
third quarter.
Time
in the third quarter.
If you remember, it came down to our stupid guy, what's his name, Barnett, jumping off sides and having penalties.
That was part of it, but also Hurts was not hitting his receivers.
That means there was no garbage time if it came down to the last drive when they scored
when he starts scoring touchdowns.
Garbage time is when you're getting blown out.
When did they start scoring?
Your quarterback's putting up stats when you're getting blown out. We've never been in that situation, really.
I think with an accurate quarterback, we would have won that game. But okay, but Hurts elite. I don't.
How does defensive mistakes cost us a game equivalent to Hurts costing us a game too?
Because Hurts throws the ball, doesn't he? Hurts throws the ball. He does the audible. So
and he scored, didn't he? He scored when he was supposed to score.
No, he missed some receivers that were wide open. Like Devontae Smith. That ball is a throw you have to make. The Panthers game, he was absolutely trashed. Sam Darnold stinks. Sam Darnold was absolutely garbage. If you put someone who's better than him, they're winning that game. And we were able to get the ball back for Hurts, and he somehow won the game. Should have blew that team out. Good quarterbacks don't make mistakes like Hurts does. And I'm not saying he can't be bad. I'm not saying he can't be great. I'm saying he is in his shoes that he needs to work on. And y'all acting like it's everybody else's fault with Hurts, and I can't stand the type of fan base right there. Because I want a quarter that is able to be criticized.
You're just acting like it's all Hurts. I'm not saying it's all Hurts.
I'm not saying it's all Hurts.
That's the
but
difference.
There's some things that he has done that I don't like. And you say he can't be a quarterback, well then he's not winning championships. Then give me a elite quarterback.
But he needs time to improve in those areas. But I'm saying there's a lot of other things. The reason why we lost a lot of those games. One being the coaches.
It's coach's fault. What Hurts was inaccurate too.
Well, guys, this has been fun. I'm about to start heading out for New Year's.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here too. I gotta set up a show for tonight.
But yeah, hey, I want to
disagree to agree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's fun talking to y'all.
You're still my guy.
I love debating with you, Bergan 31. I love debating you, and that's what makes it fun.
I don't know how I got Eagles on Eagles crime, but that was fun. This was
Boyz4life.
How I did it.
Now watch Boyz4life go back and record.
Hey, don't worry,
Boyz4life. Use that in his hate week.
We're gonna come after you next week, my guy. We're coming strong after you, my guy.
Boyz4life. I bet you right now you're recording this and you're going to use this for your hate week.
No, I'm not recording this.
Eaglechamp1 said this. He's an idiot. He's the worst Eagles fan I've ever seen.
Look, a lot of shit that you said today before 31 got on is a lot of stuff that I had said. Like I said, the only thing, our only disconnect was, to me, Dak Prescott's not a game man. That's it. Everything else I agreed with because I said it many times, many times.
And before we got on, I studied you. I went back and watched the videos.
Because you basically agreed with everything I've ever been saying. My only thing.
The only problem is, I think Dak's a game manager.
To me, Dak wasn't a game manager. He's a step above it. He's a good quarterback, but
he's good, but he's not elite.
Yeah, and I've never said he was elite. But guys, Bird Game, I'm gonna throw this bet out on Monday when we do our little hate week crap on.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
But I'm gonna throw this bet out to both of you, and so because I'm gonna go on a few Eagles lives this upcoming week, and I'm gonna throw it out to everyone.
I need to get you on next week too.
Yeah, so
on my channel myself. Though.
Shout to everyone. You know, I like debating.
My bet is for y'all, and I'm gonna make this bet for everyone. So if the Cowboys and Eagles play in the playoffs, okay, whoever wins that game, that loser has to wear the other team's apparel.
I ain't got no Cowboys apparel.
Either it has to be a hat, whatever shirt. If you want to go buy one, that's fine. I don't have no Eagles.
I don't want to go buy one.
I don't have no Eagles. But if we lose, I'll go buy an Eagles shirt or something and wear it. So all right,
that's the deal. I can go to Ross or something and find some cheap Cowboys.
Is that you have to wear the other team's apparel until they make the two teams play again. And if said
Boyz4life, that's too long, my guy. Like, how about this?
Long?
That's all next year. No, I'm not wearing Cowboys.
No. I'm not saying in the